You have no idea how intensely this Venus-Saturn alignment is affecting us all. Over the next few weeks, you'll face turning points in your relationships, finances, and your personal growth unlike anything you've experienced before. And if you're not prepared for what's coming, you could be locking yourself into a timeline of limitation. Think of this Venus-Saturn alignment as a cosmic pressure test, forcing to the surface the hidden issues impacting your love life, your money, and your sense of self-worth. Venus represents what you value and desire, while Saturn embodies restriction, responsibility, and the karmic lessons you're here to learn. This alignment is where those two energies clash, demanding that you confront where you've been holding yourself back, playing small or repeating patterns that no longer serve you. The choices you make right now, in the face of this cosmic pressure, will determine which timeline you experience, one of abundance, joy, and fulfilling relationships, or one of scarcity, struggle, and isolation. You have the power to choose your timeline. The question is, will you use it? But here's the thing, some groups understand these timeline mechanics and are using them to their advantage. Are you being manipulated? In this video, you'll discover the secrets to harnessing the power of this Venus-Saturn alignment and creating the timeline you desire. I'm telling you with certainty that by the time you finish watching, you'll know exactly how to navigate the challenges that arise, break free from limiting beliefs, and consciously shift to a more abundant and fulfilling reality. You'll learn how to identify the signs of timeline shifts, protect yourself from negative influences, and consciously create your reality. After years of studying astrology and quantum physics, I've uncovered the key to consciously shifting timelines, and I'm ready to share it with you. The ancient mystery schools taught that during major timeline shifts, certain souls step forward as frequency anchors, holding the higher timeline stable for others to cross over. You might be one of these guardian souls if you've been feeling the intensity of this alignment more than others. So the question is, how can you make sure you benefit from this alignment? This video is about uncovering the truth about timeline shifts and empowering you to take control of your destiny. It's about understanding that you're not just a passive observer in your life, but an active creator with the ability to shape your reality. The answers are there, but not everyone will be ready to face them. Now, let's explore what you need to know. First, we'll uncover the hidden dynamics of the Venus-Saturn alignment, revealing the specific challenges and opportunities it presents. Then we'll delve into the limiting beliefs that are holding you back from manifesting your desired timeline and the karmic patterns that keep you stuck. Finally, we'll learn the practical techniques for consciously shifting timelines, including powerful visualizations, affirmations, and energy work practices. To understand the present, we must first examine the past. We'll explore how timeline echoes are shaping your reality and how you can break free from negative patterns. But before we dive in, we need to address a critical question. Are you being manipulated? We'll uncover the tactics used to keep you trapped in a timeline of limitation, because understanding how these forces operate is the first step toward reclaiming your power and creating the life you truly deserve. As we've discussed, the Venus-Saturn alignment highlights the choices we make, and the effects of these choices are amplified now. This isn't just about feeling a little stressed about your finances. It's about being at a critical decision point, a timeline fork in the road that will determine your financial reality for months, possibly years to come. And here's the intriguing premise. This alignment can trigger what's known as timeline bleed-through. Imagine radio frequencies overlapping, creating static and distortion. That's similar to what happens with timeline bleed-through. Residual energies from past choices, especially unresolved issues related to relationships, finances, and self-worth, create interference in the present, blurring the lines between different potential futures. Have you been feeling disoriented, as if you're reliving past mistakes or experiencing déjà vu with negative outcomes? This is timeline bleed-through, timelines merging and overlapping, making it difficult to discern which path you're truly on. The Venus-Saturn alignment acts as a catalyst, accelerating karma. If your past actions have been aligned with your higher purpose, rewards will manifest rapidly. But if not, challenges will intensify, forcing you to confront those unaddressed issues. It's like the universe is saying, time's up, deal with this now, or risk being trapped in a cycle of limitation. The alignment also opens energetic portals through which new opportunities and challenges can enter your life. But here's the catch: not all portals are beneficial. Some might lead to relationships based on manipulation, financial schemes that promise easy returns but ultimately lead to ruin, or creative endeavors that drain your energy and leave you feeling empty. You must discern which portals to walk through and which to avoid. Are you being discerning, or are you sleepwalking into a potentially disastrous timeline? So how do you know if you're experiencing these timeline shifts? Pay attention to these observable signs. Have you been experiencing intense nostalgia, a longing for the past that feels almost unbearable? This isn't just a sentimental feeling. It's a sign that you're being pulled towards a different timeline, one where things might have been different. Relationship anxieties might also surface, even in stable partnerships. You might find yourself questioning your connection, fearing abandonment, or projecting past traumas onto your present relationship. Sudden creative blocks can also indicate a timeline shift, a feeling of being unable to express yourself, as if your inspiration has dried up. And of course, financial worries are a common symptom, a nagging fear of scarcity or a sudden unexpected expense that throws your budget into chaos. The biggest sign of all is a pervasive sense of being stuck or limited, as if you're unable to break free from old patterns. People are reporting unusual synchronicities during this period, meeting soulmates unexpectedly, receiving clear guidance from their intuition, or having prophetic dreams about future events. One person dreamt of a specific stock plummeting, and it happened the next day. Another met the exact person they needed to solve a business problem they had been struggling with for months. Yet another had a vivid dream of moving to a new city, and within weeks, a job offer appeared in that exact location. These aren't random coincidences, but signs that the veil between realities is thinning, making it easier to access information and opportunities from other timelines. And the Venus-Saturn alignment can manifest in real-world events. Think about the stock market crashes that have occurred during similar planetary configurations, or the unexpected political developments that seem to come out of nowhere. These events aren't random occurrences. They're interconnected through a web of energetic influences, reflecting the collective choices and fears of humanity. But here's the deep dive. The Venus-Saturn alignment is like a cosmic judge, evaluating your relationship to wealth and value. It's forcing you to confront the discrepancies between what you say you want and what you truly believe you deserve. Think of it like a pressure cooker. Saturn's restrictive influence amplifies any underlying issues, forcing them to surface so you can deal with them. A fear of commitment, for example, can sabotage a potentially fulfilling relationship, preventing you from experiencing the love and connection you desire. Or Saturn can urge you to plan for your future financial security, encouraging you to build real wealth instead of chasing get-rich-quick schemes. What they don't want you to know is that the shadow conspiracy doesn't control timelines directly. They influence them by manipulating collective consciousness through fear-based narratives and limiting beliefs. The media promotes unrealistic beauty standards, leading to feelings of inadequacy and keeping people trapped in a cycle of consumerism. It's a subtle but powerful form of timeline manipulation designed to keep you small and powerless. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Timeline shifting sounds like woo-woo pseudoscience. But let's get one thing straight. Quantum physics has already proven that multiple realities can exist simultaneously. The observer effect demonstrates how our thoughts and emotions can influence the collapse of the quantum wave function, shaping our reality. It's not about magic. It's about understanding the fundamental nature of the universe and harnessing the power of your consciousness. It's time to realize that your thoughts and emotions are not just internal experiences. They're powerful forces that can shape your reality. So, how can you harness this power and consciously choose your desired timeline? Here's a simple but powerful visualization exercise. Close your eyes and imagine yourself surrounded by a golden light, representing abundance and love. Feel the warmth and energy of this light filling your entire being. Now imagine your ideal future, focusing on specific details of your relationships, finances, and personal fulfillment. What does your ideal partner look like? How much money do you have in the bank? What are you doing with your time? Feel the emotions associated with this ideal future as if it's already real. Hold that vision for as long as possible, imprinting it onto your subconscious mind. Do this every day, and you'll begin to align your energy with the timeline you desire. Identify and release limiting beliefs that are holding you back from manifesting your desired timeline. What negative self-talk do you engage in related to love, money, and self-worth? I'm not good enough. I'll never be rich. I don't deserve love. Write these down and replace them with positive affirmations. I am worthy of love. I am abundant. I am capable of achieving my dreams. Remember, gratitude is a powerful attractor for abundance and positive experiences. Make a list of things you are grateful for each day, focusing on the positive aspects of your relationships, finances, and personal life. The more you focus on what you have, the more you'll attract even more good things into your life. Know that you are not alone in this process. Connect with a community of like-minded individuals, share your experiences, and support each other in creating positive timeline shifts. The more we come together, the more powerful we become. As we've discussed, the Venus-Saturn alignment highlights the choices we make and the effects of these choices. If negative beliefs are affecting your choices now, there is still hope to turn it all around. And that brings us to a critical question. What specific beliefs are holding you back from creating the timeline you desire? In the next section, we'll show you how to uncover these hidden blocks and transform them into empowering beliefs. We'll also delve deeper into the shadow conspiracy and reveal the specific tactics they use to manipulate your beliefs and keep you trapped in a timeline of limitation. That's right, if negative beliefs are affecting your choices right now, there is still hope to turn it all around. But what specific beliefs are holding you back from creating the timeline you desire? This Venus-Saturn alignment amplifies the power of your limiting beliefs, turning seemingly minor self-deprecating thoughts into major roadblocks on your path to abundance and fulfillment. And more specifically, it's our beliefs about self-worth that are under cosmic scrutiny now, influencing both your relationship and financial outcomes. Think about it. How often do you tell yourself you're not good enough, not worthy of love, not capable of achieving your dreams? These seemingly harmless thoughts act as energetic attractors, drawing in experiences and relationships that reinforce those very beliefs. This is belief resonance in action, where your inner world shapes your outer reality, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy on a specific, limited timeline. If you believe you're unworthy of love, you'll subconsciously attract partners who confirm that belief, solidifying your position on a loveless timeline. If you believe you're destined to struggle financially, you'll find yourself making choices that perpetuate that struggle, keeping you stuck in a cycle of scarcity. But here's the twist. What if these limiting beliefs aren't entirely self-generated? What if they're inherited from your family, your culture, or even past lives, adding another layer of complexity to the timeline shifting process? Perhaps you're unconsciously carrying a belief about scarcity from your parents' experiences during the Great Depression, perpetuating financial struggles in your own life. Or maybe you've internalized societal messages about beauty and success, leading you to feel inadequate and unworthy, regardless of your accomplishments. The Venus-Saturn alignment is exposing these hidden influences, bringing them to the surface so you can finally break free. These limiting beliefs act as filters, determining what kind of opportunities can even reach you. Remember those energetic portals we talked about? Negative beliefs can act as barriers, only allowing negative opportunities to pass through and sabotaging your desired outcomes. A portal of financial opportunity might present itself, but a belief of unworthiness could lead to self-sabotaging actions like procrastination or accidentally missing a deadline that ultimately lead to failure. A portal of romantic opportunity might open, but you block it yourself, perhaps not even seeing it, because you subconsciously believe that nobody could ever truly love you. So what are the signs that you're being held back by limiting beliefs? Constant seeking of external validation is a major red flag. Do you find yourself constantly needing reassurance from others, seeking their approval before making decisions, or feeling crushed by criticism? That's a sign that you don't trust your own worth. Sabotaging healthy relationships is another common pattern. Do you push away partners who are genuinely good to you, fearing vulnerability and intimacy? Do you create drama and conflict where there is none? Avoiding financial risks is a sign of a scarcity mindset. Do you play it safe with your money, never investing in yourself or your dreams, fearing loss and failure? Settling for less than you deserve is perhaps the most pervasive sign of all. Do you stay in jobs that underpay you, tolerate toxic relationships, or neglect your own needs and desires? Consider the woman who consistently attracted emotionally unavailable partners, each one mirroring her deep-seated belief that she was not worthy of genuine love. She found herself stuck in a cycle of disappointment and heartbreak, wondering why she couldn't find lasting happiness. Or the man who experienced recurring financial setbacks despite his hard work and dedication. He was constantly hit with unexpected expenses, preventing him from building wealth and achieving financial security. He had a deep-seated fear of success, unconsciously sabotaging his own efforts. Then there's the creative who consistently started projects but never finished them, plagued by self-doubt and perfectionism. She believed that her work was not good enough, preventing her from sharing her gifts with the world. These limiting beliefs can even manifest in physical symptoms. Chronic anxiety can be a sign of underlying fears and insecurities, a constant state of worry that prevents you from living in the present moment. Fatigue can be a symptom of emotional exhaustion, a draining of your energy caused by negative thought patterns and self-criticism. Even physical ailments, like chronic neck pain, can be linked to a belief of carrying the weight of the world or feeling unsupported. The mind-body connection is powerful, and negative thought patterns can manifest as physical discomfort, and these individual experiences are reflected on a larger scale. Collective limiting beliefs can shape global events and reinforce negative timelines on a macro level. The belief in scarcity can lead to economic inequality, environmental destruction, and political conflict. When we collectively believe that there's not enough to go around, we create a world of competition and exploitation, perpetuating cycles of suffering and injustice. But how exactly do these beliefs exert such a powerful influence? The psychological mechanisms of limiting beliefs create cognitive biases, distorting your perception and reinforcing negative self-perceptions. If you believe you're not good enough, you'll selectively focus on evidence that confirms that belief, ignoring evidence to the contrary. You might dismiss compliments, dwell on criticism, and interpret neutral events in a negative light. This is how your mind actively reinforces your limiting beliefs. Think of your mind like a radio receiver. Limiting beliefs act as energetic filters, attracting experiences that resonate with their vibrational frequency, creating a feedback loop that reinforces the initial belief. If your radio is tuned to a frequency of scarcity, it will only pick up signals of lack and limitation. But if you tune your radio to a frequency of abundance, you'll start attracting opportunities and experiences that align with that frequency. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I've tried to overcome my limiting beliefs before, but it didn't work. I just can't seem to shake them. Let's be clear, overcoming limiting beliefs isn't about simply thinking positive. It's about addressing the underlying emotional wounds and traumas that gave rise to those beliefs in the first place. Affirmations alone aren't enough. They must be accompanied by genuine emotional healing and self-compassion. Think of it this way: you can't build a strong house on a weak foundation. You must first address the cracks in the foundation before you can start building. And let's address the idea that timeline shifting is deterministic, that you have no control over your fate. The truth is, you always have the power to change direction by making different choices in the present moment. Even if you're on a seemingly negative timeline, you have free will. Free will gives you the power to override pre-programmed patterns. It's like driving a car. Even if you're headed down a certain road, you can always make a U-turn and go in a different direction. So, how do you begin to identify these hidden beliefs that are holding you back? Start by becoming a belief detective. Analyze your recurring thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to uncover underlying negative beliefs. Ask yourself these questions: what am I afraid of? What do I believe to be true about myself? What am I constantly complaining about? What situations trigger the most negative emotions in me? Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, you can begin the process of reframing them. Use techniques such as cognitive restructuring, visualization, and affirmations. For example, if you believe, "I'm not good enough," reframe it to, "I am worthy of love and success." Visualize yourself living your ideal life, feeling confident and fulfilled. Repeat positive affirmations each day, reinforcing your new beliefs. Here are some specific affirmations you can use to replace common limiting beliefs. For self-worth, I am worthy of love, respect, and abundance. For love, I am open to receiving and giving love unconditionally. For money, I am abundant and prosperous, and I attract financial opportunities into my life. Most importantly, practice self-compassion and forgiveness. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes and that it's okay to have negative thoughts and feelings. Write a letter of forgiveness to yourself, acknowledging your past mistakes and releasing any guilt or shame. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend. Remember, you are a powerful creator, and you have the ability to consciously choose your desired timeline. Align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your highest potential, and watch as your reality transforms before your eyes. Visualize your ideal future each day, focusing on the positive emotions and experiences you want to create. Feel the joy, gratitude, and excitement of living your dream life, and know that it is already on its way to you. So now that you're more aware of how limiting beliefs influence your life, it's time to ask a critical question. But what happens when those beliefs aren't yours to begin with? What if there are forces in the world that want you to feel unworthy, powerless, and trapped? In the next section, we'll uncover the shocking ways in which your beliefs are being manipulated by the shadow conspiracy, and what you can do to reclaim your power and resist their influence. So now that you're more aware of how limiting beliefs can sabotage your reality, it's time to confront a disturbing possibility. What if those beliefs aren't arising organically from your own experiences? What if they're being deliberately planted in your mind, cultivated like weeds in a garden by forces unseen? It's not enough to simply identify your limiting beliefs. You must also recognize how they're being deliberately implanted in your mind by external forces. Because here's the thing, these forces know that your beliefs shape your timeline, and they are actively manipulating those beliefs to maintain control. This brings us to the concept of mimetic warfare, where ideas and beliefs are weaponized and spread like viruses to influence collective consciousness and shape desired timelines. Think of it as a battle for your mind, a silent war fought with information, where the goal is to control your thoughts, emotions, and ultimately your reality. Propaganda, misinformation, and emotional manipulation are the weapons of choice, used to create fear, division, and compliance. They seed your mind with toxic thoughts, carefully crafted to keep you small, powerless, and dependent on the very systems that are controlling you. And here's the twist. The Venus-Saturn alignment creates a window of vulnerability, making you even more susceptible to these manipulation tactics. This isn't a coincidence. As Saturn's restrictive influence clamps down, it can amplify feelings of inadequacy and insecurity, making you more likely to believe negative messages about yourself. You might start questioning your worth, doubting your abilities, and feeling overwhelmed by a sense of hopelessness. This heightened emotional sensitivity makes you a prime target for mimetic attacks, but it doesn't stop there. These manipulation tactics are often funneled through what we might call energetic portals, digital or social channels specifically designed to funnel negative information and limiting beliefs into the collective consciousness. Think of social media algorithms that prioritize sensationalized or divisive content, reinforcing existing biases and fears. Or the 24/7 news cycle that bombards you with stories of doom and gloom, creating a constant state of anxiety and panic. These portals act as gateways, allowing negative energies to seep into your consciousness and distort your perception of reality. So, what are the observable signs that you're being targeted by these manipulation tactics? Pay attention, because the signs are often subtle, designed to bypass your conscious awareness. Unrealistic beauty standards in media are a classic example, creating a pervasive sense of inadequacy and driving you to seek validation through external sources. Fear-based financial news is another common tactic, instilling a scarcity mindset and preventing you from taking risks and pursuing your dreams. Divisive political rhetoric, subtly pitting groups against each other, keeps you distracted and prevents you from uniting for common goals. And then there are the subtle forms of gaslighting and emotional abuse that erode your self-worth and make you question your own sanity. Have you noticed people feeling increasingly confused, anxious, and disempowered? Many are reporting a sense of being bombarded with negative information, unable to trust their own judgment. People are questioning their sanity, feeling isolated and disconnected, experiencing a loss of hope and purpose. You might even start doubting your own intuition, second-guessing your decisions, and feeling like you're losing control of your life. The world feels like it's becoming less and less stable. These are all signs that you're being subjected to mimetic warfare. These manipulation tactics manifest in real-world events, such as political polarization, economic instability, and social unrest. It's not just random chaos. It's a carefully orchestrated campaign to divide and conquer, to keep you fighting amongst yourselves while the true power brokers remain hidden in the shadows. Connect these events to specific propaganda campaigns, misinformation narratives, and emotional manipulation strategies. Notice how specific think tanks, media outlets, and political organizations are involved in disseminating these manipulative messages. It's a coordinated effort to control collective consciousness and shape desired timelines, influencing both individual and global events. But here's what most people miss. This is not about random occurrences, but is part of a coordinated effort to control collective consciousness and shape desired timelines, influencing both individual and global events. It's a shadow conspiracy. Specific think tanks, media outlets, and political organizations are all involved in disseminating these manipulative messages. This isn't just about bad luck or market forces. It's about deliberate actions designed to keep you enslaved to a particular timeline. Now, let's dive deeper into the psychological mechanisms of how these manipulation tactics work. Cognitive dissonance, confirmation bias, and the Dunning-Kruger effect all play a role in keeping you trapped in the matrix. People are more likely to believe information that confirms their existing beliefs, even if that information is false. They seek out sources that validate their opinions, creating echo chambers that reinforce their biases. And they are often unaware of their own ignorance, overestimating their knowledge and expertise. These tactics exploit emotional vulnerabilities, such as fear, anger, and insecurity, to bypass rational thought and implant limiting beliefs directly into the subconscious mind. Fear-based messaging can trigger the fight or flight response, making you more susceptible to suggestion and control. Anger can cloud your judgment, leading you to make impulsive decisions. Insecurity can make you seek validation from external sources, making you vulnerable to manipulation. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Isn't this just a delusional conspiracy theory? Let's get one thing straight. Resisting these manipulation tactics is not about becoming paranoid or distrustful. It's about developing critical thinking skills, cultivating emotional resilience, and connecting with your own inner guidance. Skepticism is healthy, but it must be balanced with discernment and intuition. And here's something even deeper. The historical evidence of covert operations, propaganda campaigns, and social engineering projects is undeniable. Provide historical examples of government manipulation and media bias, emphasizing the importance of independent research and critical analysis. So, how do you reclaim your mind and resist these manipulation tactics? Start by practicing media literacy. Question the source of information. Analyze the language used. Identify any emotional triggers. Develop critical thinking skills, such as logical reasoning and fact-checking. Cultivate emotional self-regulation techniques, such as mindfulness meditation and deep breathing. And most importantly, connect with your own inner guidance. Trust your intuition. Listen to your heart, and remember that you are the guardian of your own mind. Here's a step-by-step process for reclaiming your mental sovereignty. Begin with mindfulness meditation, clearing negative thoughts and emotions, and connecting with your inner wisdom. Engage in shadow work, exploring your hidden fears and insecurities, and integrating your fragmented self. Express yourself through creative expression, such as writing, painting, or music, releasing pent-up emotions and connecting with your authentic self. Connect with like-minded individuals and build supportive communities that promote critical thinking, emotional resilience, and independent thought. Join online forums, attend workshops, or participate in local activism groups. Remember, you are a powerful creator. You have the ability to resist manipulation and consciously choose your desired timeline by aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with truth, love, and freedom. Create your own narratives, express your authentic selves, and contribute to a more positive and empowering future. Now that you know how outside forces affect your timeline, it's time to explore something even more empowering. But what if you could go beyond just resisting manipulation and actually create your own reality from a higher level of consciousness? In the next section, we'll explore the secrets of higher dimensional timeline shifting and how you can unlock your full potential to shape your destiny. This is where we will explore accessing higher dimensions for conscious timeline manipulation, presenting this as the ultimate form of empowerment and freedom. But what if resisting manipulation is only half the battle? What if true power lies in consciously creating your reality from a higher plane? We've talked about the external forces trying to control your timeline, but what if you could transcend those influences altogether? Imagine this. You're no longer bound by the limitations of the 3D world. You can influence the very fabric of reality with your intention, instantly manifesting your desires and shaping your destiny. That is the potential of accessing higher dimensions, a potential that is now more accessible than ever before. The Venus-Saturn alignment is thinning the veils between realities, creating an unprecedented window of opportunity. Access to higher dimensions is amplified now, but this window won't stay open forever. Are you ready to step through and claim your power? Be warned, accessing higher dimensions requires specific knowledge and preparation. Without proper guidance, you could attract negative entities or energies, leading to unintended consequences. This isn't a game. It's a powerful skill that demands respect and awareness. Have you ever experienced a moment of pure inspiration, a flash of insight that seemed to come from nowhere? Or perhaps you've had a lucid dream where you could control your reality. These are glimpses into higher dimensional access, moments where you momentarily transcend the limitations of your conscious mind. Think about the artist who channels their work, the inventor who finds the solution in a dream, the meditator who receives profound guidance during deep practice. These are not isolated incidents. They are examples of unconscious access to higher dimensions. Many are reporting profound insights, synchronicities, and rapid manifestations after engaging in practices that align with higher dimensional principles. Consider the person who visualizes a new job and receives an unexpected offer within days. Or the couple who finds immediate resolution to a long-standing conflict through inspired communication. Or the individual who experiences instantaneous physical healing through energy work. These anecdotal accounts may seem unbelievable, but they point to a fundamental truth. Our consciousness has the power to shape our reality. These experiences are not new. Common elements from ancient traditions demonstrate a long-standing understanding of higher dimensions and the power of consciousness. Look at the shaman's ability to journey to other realms, the alchemist's pursuit of transmutation, the hermeticist's understanding of mentalism and vibration. These are not primitive superstitions, but sophisticated systems of knowledge based on direct experience of higher dimensional realities. And here's how to recognize when you're experiencing higher dimensional influence: a sense of knowing without logic, feeling overwhelming peace and joy for no apparent reason, experiencing a deep sense of purpose and alignment. Have you felt these things? These are not random emotions. They are signs that you're aligning with a higher frequency, a more expansive reality. So, how does higher dimensional timeline shifting actually work? Think of it like a radio tuner. Each frequency represents a different dimension, a different reality. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs act as the tuner, aligning you with specific timelines based on their vibrational frequency. But here's the key: your energetic frequency is what determines which timeline you access. Higher dimensions aren't external locations, they are states of consciousness accessible within you. Meditation quiets the mind, allowing you to access higher frequencies of awareness. Focused intention directs that energy toward manifesting a specific outcome. It's like unlocking a hidden potential within yourself, a power that has been dormant for far too long. Accessing higher dimensions isn't about escaping reality. You're not erasing your current reality. You're shifting your probability field to favor a more desirable outcome. It's about gaining perspective and consciously shaping it by influencing the probabilities of different timelines. You're not running away from your problems. You're elevating your consciousness to a level where you can solve them more effectively. Now I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds like wishful thinking. Let's get one thing straight. This aligns with quantum physics principles. Belief collapses the wave function. Intention determines your observation and ultimately your reality. This isn't about positive thinking, it's about intentional alignment with the fundamental laws of the universe. This is about taking responsibility for your consciousness and shaping your destiny. Are you ready to step into your power? Here are practical exercises for accessing higher dimensions and consciously shifting timelines. First, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, inhaling peace and exhaling stress. Visualize a golden cord connecting you to your higher self, a being of pure light and wisdom. Feel the connection strengthening with each breath, allowing you to tap into your unlimited potential. Now, visualize your desired timeline with emotional detail. Imagine yourself already living in your desired reality, feeling the joy, the gratitude, and the abundance. Let go of any doubts or fears, trusting that the universe is conspiring to support you. Hold that feeling for as long as you can, then release it into the universe. Know that it is already done. This is your new reality. Before sleep, set an intention to dream about your ideal relationship. As you drift off, repeat your intention silently, trusting that your subconscious mind will provide guidance. Keep a dream journal to record your dreams, paying attention to the symbols and emotions. During the day, do reality checks to increase lucidity. Ask yourself, am I dreaming? And look for inconsistencies in your environment. This will help you become more aware of your state of consciousness and access higher dimensions more easily. But here's the thing most people miss. Intuition is your compass in higher dimensional reality. Trust that gut feeling that urges you to take a specific action, that intuitive nudge that leads you to a new opportunity, that clear voice that provides guidance in a moment of uncertainty. These are not random impulses. They are messages from your higher self, guiding you towards your desired timeline. Act on these inspired insights with bold steps, knowing that you are supported by the universe. Accessing higher dimensions allows conscious timeline shifts. The evidence is all around you, from lucid dreams to ancient traditions. It works through intentional frequency alignment. Take action now through meditation, visualization, and dream work. You now possess techniques for shifting timelines, reflect on their origin and function, and then prepare for hope. But what if shifting your individual timeline could have a ripple effect on the collective? What if by raising your own consciousness, you could contribute to a positive future for humanity? In the next section, we'll explore how individual timeline shifts can influence global reality and directly affect the shadow government that seeks to control it. Changing your world changes the world. These steps shift everyone's timelines. As we discussed earlier, higher dimensional access isn't just about resisting negative influences. It's about consciously creating your reality from a higher plane, and during this Venus-Saturn alignment, that capability is amplified. The veil between dimensions thins, making it easier to access higher states of consciousness and consciously shape your reality, but only if you know how. But here's the thing, emotional mastery is the key to unlocking higher dimensional access. The Venus-Saturn alignment will test this skill, presenting opportunities to unlock positive portals or reinforcing negative ones. The ability to process and transcend difficult emotions like fear, doubt, and insecurity is the currency of higher dimensions. This alignment presents opportunities to master these emotions, opening doorways to timelines you've only dreamed of. Failing this test, however, slams those doors shut, potentially for good. Specific emotional frequencies block access to these higher states. Fear, anger, and resentment act as shields, blocking higher dimensional frequencies. Love, joy, and gratitude, on the other hand, act as keys unlocking access. Remember this, emotions aren't inherently good or bad. They're simply keys and blockades. And what they don't want you to know is that they know it. Think about the shadow conspiracy we've discussed. They deliberately manipulate emotional frequencies to keep people locked in 3D timelines, thus furthering their agenda of manipulation and control. They seed fear and division to lower collective consciousness and block access to higher dimensions, because they understand that emotional mastery is the key to freedom. The more people locked in 3D frequency, the more freedom they have. Consider this. The Venus-Saturn alignment presents challenges in relationships, Venus and finances, Saturn. How do you respond? Facing a financial setback, do you succumb to fear and scarcity, spiraling into a negative timeline of lack? Or do you embrace abundance and creativity, seeking new opportunities and shifting to a positive timeline of prosperity? Your choice, driven by your emotional mastery, determines your outcome. This is a timeline branching moment. Think about someone faced with relationship conflict. Do they react with anger and resentment, perpetuating a cycle of negativity? Or do they use empathy and compassion to resolve the issue and deepen the connection, shifting the relationship to a more harmonious timeline? People are reporting these moments in real time. Each choice, each emotional response creates a ripple effect, solidifying or shifting your trajectory. Consider Nelson Mandela's forgiveness and reconciliation efforts in post-apartheid South Africa. His exceptional emotional intelligence, his ability to transcend anger and resentment, enabled him to shape events and influence timelines, creating a more just and equitable future for his nation. What does that say about your potential? His emotional mastery created a ripple effect across an entire nation. But here's the key to what Mandela understood. It's all about energetic coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are aligned with a clear intention, your energetic field becomes more powerful and attracts corresponding experiences. It's like becoming a powerful magnet, drawing your desires into your reality. The more coherent your energy, the stronger the attraction. This is scientific and has been known for ages. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds too simple. How can emotions possibly have such a powerful effect on reality? Let's break it down. Specific brainwave patterns, like alpha and theta, are associated with higher states of consciousness. These patterns can be cultivated through emotional regulation techniques. It's not just about feeling good. It's about rewiring your brain to access higher frequencies. The low frequency of fear creates resistance in your energetic field, making it difficult to manifest your desires. The high frequency of love, on the other hand, creates resonance, attracting abundance and positive experiences. Remember, you are an antenna, constantly broadcasting and receiving frequencies. Your emotions determine which channels you tune into. Let's get one thing straight. Emotional mastery is not about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding, processing, and transmuting them into positive energy. Suppressing anger is not healthy. Transforming anger into assertive action is. It's about becoming an alchemist, turning lead into gold. You might be wondering why this alignment feels so intense. This is because the thinning veil has increased the frequency that can be accessed, but if your emotional state is not congruent, this causes anxiety. You feel what you are unprepared for. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Emotional mastery is difficult, if not impossible. But what if there was a step-by-step process for transforming negative emotions into positive energy? I want to introduce you to the emotional alchemy technique. First, identify the negative emotion you're experiencing. Then, acknowledge it without judgment. Next, explore the root cause of the emotion. Finally, choose a positive emotion to replace it and visualize yourself embodying that emotion. I'll include links to these practices in the description below. To help you cultivate emotional intelligence, keep an emotional log to track triggers, responses, and outcomes, identifying patterns and developing strategies for managing emotions more effectively. This will give you invaluable insights into your emotional landscape. But beyond that, seek new levels of understanding. Create an emotional support system by connecting with like-minded individuals who can provide guidance, encouragement, and accountability. Join a support group, work with a therapist, or find a mentor who can help you navigate emotional challenges. Don't try to do it alone. It's about leaning in and relying on a new kind of strength. Remember this, you are a powerful creator, and by mastering your emotions, you can consciously choose your desired timeline and create a more fulfilling and abundant reality. Affirm your ability to master your emotions and create a positive future for yourself and for the world. But are you willing to embrace all emotions in order to master them? As we've discussed, emotional mastery unlocks higher dimensions. Remember the timeline branching points, those critical moments where your choices determine your destiny. Mastering emotion can be like mastering timelines. These practices will open a new you, so get excited. But here's the ultimate question. As you master your emotions, you free others from negativity. But are you ready to step into ultimate freedom and see higher dimensions that shift the negative paradigm in the world? Let's see in the coming conclusion. As we've been discussing, emotional mastery is the key to navigating this Venus-Saturn alignment. But it's more than just mastery. It's about specific emotional frequencies acting as direct keys. Think of this transit as a cosmic frequency scanner, validating or rejecting you based on your energetic coherence. And what they don't want you to know is the secret of emotional portals, gateways opened or closed based on your dominant frequencies. But here's the thing, love is the highest frequency, the ultimate key, powerfully opening positive emotional portals. Fear, on the other hand, is the lowest, slamming those portals shut. And this Venus-Saturn transit, it amplifies the effects of both. The universe isn't just observing, it's actively responding to the frequencies you're emitting. What if you could consciously generate the frequency of love, turning it into a skill, cultivated through specific actions, rituals, and even thought patterns? This isn't about passively feeling love. It's about generating it, directing it, becoming a beacon of love. This is active, not passive. And here's where the shadow conspiracy comes in. Manipulation aims to block the frequency of love. They understand how essential this frequency is, and they want to block you from accessing this heightened potential. Negativity is engineered to smother your love. Consider this, it's a frequency war, and your emotions are the battlefield. Now let's look at specific scenarios triggered by this Venus-Saturn alignment. Imagine a relationship challenge arises. A low-frequency response, blame, resentment, fear of abandonment. The high-frequency alternative, compassion, understanding, clear communication. The results are drastically different, aren't they? One path leads to further conflict and separation, the other to deeper connection and resolution. Consider a different scenario, a sudden financial setback, the low-frequency reaction, despair, panic, self-pity, the high-frequency choice, gratitude for past opportunities, focus on new possibilities, unwavering faith in oneself. Which path would you choose? People choosing the latter have been reporting new opportunities arising almost immediately. Let me share some anecdotes of individuals who actively chose the frequency of love during difficult times and manifested astounding results. Sarah lost her job during the pandemic. Instead of succumbing to despair, she focused on gratitude for her past experiences and used her newfound time to develop a new skill she'd always been interested in. Within weeks, she landed a remote job that paid even more than her previous one. The result was directly tied to her proactive attitude. Or consider Mark, who faced a major relationship conflict. Instead of reacting with anger and defensiveness, he chose to approach the situation with empathy and understanding. He listened to his partner's perspective and communicated his own needs calmly and respectfully. As a result, the conflict was resolved quickly and their relationship deepened. Can you see how those two approaches change their timelines? Now, let's look at some historical examples. Think about the civil rights movement in the United States. The high-frequency response of love and nonviolent resistance ultimately triumphed over the low-frequency forces of hate and oppression. The actions were intentional, and the effects changed the world. Or consider the Rwandan genocide. The low-frequency forces of fear and hatred led to unimaginable atrocities. But even amidst the darkness, there were stories of individuals who chose love and compassion, risking their lives to protect others. What if more of that could have changed history? But here's the key. It's not just about feeling loving. It's about acting in love, even when you don't feel it. The energetic frequency is generated through action, not just emotion. Think about someone volunteering at a homeless shelter, even when they're feeling stressed and overwhelmed. The act of service activates the feeling of love, thereby triggering a beneficial timeline shift. Even if they were exhausted, the energy they contributed changed things for the better. But how does this all work? What are the energetic mechanics at play? Love creates a powerful, coherent frequency that resonates with source energy, amplifying manifestation. Fear, on the other hand, creates static, blocking the signal. Consider it this way: love is like a clear, strong radio signal, allowing you to tune into the frequency of abundance and joy. Fear is like static, distorting the signal and attracting negativity. Do you see how important it is to keep your signal clear? And what about your body? New studies reveal that the pineal gland responds to frequencies. Joy activates DMT production, which can enhance intuition and access to higher states of consciousness. Fear, on the other hand, calcifies the pineal gland, blocking these connections. The low vibration seals you off, while the high vibrations connect you to the world around you. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Generating love is about being naive or vulnerable. Let's get one thing straight. Generating love isn't about being naive or vulnerable, it's about powerful intention. This isn't about being a doormat. It's about generating frequencies in a very strategic, powerful manner. It's not weakness, it's the strongest force in the universe. Directing that force requires skill, intention, and purpose. The alignment gives you power, but you have to use it. I know what some of you might be thinking: love can't solve everything. But it's not about solving everything. It's about shifting your frequency and aligning with a more positive timeline. And this Venus-Saturn transit, the Venus part requires you to be intentional and powerful. You must be responsible for your intentions. That's the Saturn influence. What's the difference between blind love and discerning love, passive love and active love? This transit requires directed love to change the reality. So how do we do this? I want to introduce you to a specific practice: frequency activation. For the duration of this transit, intentionally generate the frequency of love, even when you don't feel it. Engage in a ritual to consciously activate this frequency and manifest your desired timeline. Visualize sending love to a difficult person, situation, or even yourself. Add the intention and then watch the result. The physics behind this will amplify your frequency and manifest your desired timeline. You can also use a series of mantras to align your energy in this way. When you say, "I am love," and truly mean it, you will trigger specific responses in your mind and body, all aligning with Source. This is a powerful intention you can use to create a brand new timeline. But what if I don't feel it? That's the key. Consciously act with love, even if you don't feel it. Commit to specific actions and rituals to align your thoughts and emotions with positive intention. Before reacting to a difficult situation, pause and ask, what would the most loving response be? Then, act accordingly. Even small acts of kindness can ripple outward, creating a positive chain reaction. And finally, build a love community by connecting with others who share your intention for generating love, creating a powerful ripple effect. Intentionally surround yourself with supportive, positive people who radiate love. Avoid those who drain your energy and perpetuate negativity. Support groups, gatherings, and meetups all allow you to support each other, spreading love even further than before. Remember this, you have the power to choose love, amplify abundance, and shift your timeline. Every choice, every action is an opportunity to generate love and create a better world. The time is now. Don't wait for things to get better. Create a better world by transforming your own energetic frequency. As we've discussed, love unlocks everything. If you don't know what actions to take, just think of reactions changed by acting lovingly. The mechanics are frequency amplification, and the action is to act in love and spread love. Let's now connect these actions to your most desired destiny. Prepare for your invitation to help create a world of love and light. Your actions now can help make that reality. Let's do this, because what awaits you next is something that can set your timeline on fire. Love isn't just an emotion, it's a key. It's the master key that unlocks positive timelines, each a pre-existing blueprint of your desired reality. These aren't just fantasies. They're timeline templates, cosmic blueprints vibrating with love and compassion. And the Venus-Saturn alignment, it's an opportunity to download these templates directly into your consciousness, accelerating manifestation beyond what you thought possible. Envision this alignment as a cosmic installation, installing blueprints for abundance, joy, and profound connection directly into your subconscious. But here's the catch. This download only activates if you're aligned with the frequency of love, and crucially, if you take specific actions. You become the architect, not just dreaming of a life of fulfillment, but actively designing it with every loving intention. But there's a deeper reason why the powers that be actively suppress love frequency, why they bombard you with negativity and fear. It's because they understand that love is the ultimate timeline shifter. Recognize these distractions for what they are, attempts to block you from accessing your true potential. Do not permit them. Consider Sarah, who faced a sudden job loss. Instead of succumbing to despair, she chose to volunteer at a local soup kitchen, expressing love and compassion. While there, she met a fellow volunteer who connected her with an even better job opportunity, one perfectly aligned with her passions. What if she had stayed home and despaired? Her loving action unlocked her destiny. Or consider Mark, who felt trapped in a toxic relationship. He chose to release the limiting beliefs that kept him bound to this pattern. He acted in line with his authentic self, radiating the love he wanted to attract. Soon after, he stumbled upon his soulmate, someone who mirrored his own love and respect. Are you willing to show the world the love you want to attract? Think about the mythological tale of Cinderella. We've been told she was rescued, but what if the real story is about her unwavering acts of kindness and compassion? It was her loving actions that earned her the prince's attention. Destiny rewards those who choose love, even when it's difficult. What seemingly impossible outcome is waiting for you? Have you ever felt that unmistakable gut feeling, those uncanny coincidences that seem to guide you? Or maybe you've experienced a deep peace or energetic feedback when making a decision. These are energetic signposts, telling you that you're on the right path, aligned with your destiny. Pay attention to these subtle signals. Are you paying attention? But how does this actually work? What's the quantum mechanics behind timeline templates? Imagine the universe as a cosmic internet, where your intentions are queries and love is a fast, secure connection. It's like having a high-speed connection versus dial-up. The stronger your signal of love, the more effectively you download the data needed to create your desired reality. This downloading process involves energetically aligning with your desired reality, rewiring your DNA through amplified and directed emotion. It's about harnessing the power of frequency, DNA, and energetic coherence to make these previously esoteric concepts tangible. Explain the science of frequency, DNA, and energetic coherence to make this previously esoteric information more real. But here's the thing, destiny isn't predetermined. It's an emergent property of your choices and frequencies. While timeline templates exist, they are not mandatory experiences. Destiny isn't a fixed path. It's more like a set of probabilities influenced by your choices and feelings, but there's something more that they don't want you to know about these timelines. They're not as fixed as they appear. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Destiny is just wishful thinking, but it's not about hoping for the best. It's about making the choices that increase the likelihood of success. Acting in love creates momentum, like starting a car. The more you lean into love, the greater your probability of shifting to that desired timeline. Do you see how your actions create your destiny? So, how do we actively tap into this potential? I want to introduce you to the template activation ritual. For the next few weeks, visualize your desired timeline template and feel the frequency of love. Imagine the joy, the abundance, the deep connection, and envision it actually happening. Align every aspect of your being with that target reality, and then act in alignment. Integrate love actions into your daily routines to create an emotional domino effect, influencing all areas of your life. Intentionally smile at 3 strangers, send a message of gratitude to a loved one, offer a helping hand to someone in need. Small actions, amplified by the Venus-Saturn alignment, can create massive shifts. What's one small action you can take right now? Build a destiny dream team, connecting with others who share your vision for a better world. Create a shared vision, support one another, and generate a powerful positive ripple effect. Organize a community project, start a group based on loving principles, and intentionally add positivity to your social circles. Together, you can amplify the power of love and shift timelines on a grand scale. Remember, you are a powerful co-creator, and this Venus-Saturn alignment is amplifying your potential. By choosing love, amplifying abundance, and actively shaping your destiny, you're not just changing your own life. You're contributing to a collective shift towards a more positive reality. These actions are critical for manifesting that positive timeline. It's time to step into your power. As we've discussed, love creates templates, and the sharing of stories and acting in love are all energetic mechanics with the intent to download these templates into your being. So with all that being said, let's go to the conclusion. The end is near, and the destination of that peace rests with you. Be prepared to show the best parts of yourself to the world. The time is now. Let's move to the conclusion so that world peace and happiness can be upon us all. Your actions now can help make that reality. Remember, love is the key. But what if that key unlocks something far more ancient, something preordained, yet still malleable? You have no idea how profoundly the upcoming Venus-Saturn alignment is about to rewrite not just your timeline, but your very soul contract. Before you were even born, before you took your first breath, you entered into a soul contract, a pre-agreed blueprint outlining the lessons you wanted to learn, the relationships you wanted to experience, the challenges you wanted to overcome. It's almost as if you signed a cosmic agreement. And the Venus-Saturn transit. It's a cosmic renegotiation, a chance to upgrade to a more abundant and fulfilling contract, or, if you're not careful, downgrade into further limitation. Are you prepared for this renegotiation? Have you ever met someone and felt an instant, unexplainable connection, a sense of "I've known you forever"? Or perhaps stumbled upon a career path and felt a deep sense of alignment, a knowing that this is what I'm meant to do. Those are echoes of your soul contract, whispers of a destiny you pre-selected. But what about those relationships or situations that seem positive on the surface, but feel off, draining, or somehow misaligned? That's your soul contract needing an update. Consider Maya, who constantly attracted toxic relationships, each mirroring a pattern of self-sacrifice and neglect. She felt stuck, destined for heartbreak. But then she discovered the concept of soul contracts and realized her experiences mirrored a pre-birth agreement to learn self-love and set boundaries. Through intentional loving action therapy, affirmations, cutting ties with toxic people, she rewrote her contract, attracting a partner who valued and respected her. Are you willing to actively rewrite your own patterns? Think about Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Their passionate but ultimately destructive relationship has echoed through history. But what if, in another lifetime, they consciously learned the lessons of power, trust, and mutual respect, transforming their karmic connection into one of shared leadership and lasting legacy? What if they rewrite their tragic ending? Recognizing timeline echoes, resisting shadow government manipulation, attempting to keep them apart, and accessing higher dimensions of understanding all contribute to modifying these contracts. Do you see the power of conscious action across lifetimes? But how do these soul contracts actually work? Energetically, they're connected to the Akashic Records, the cosmic database containing every thought, feeling, action, and experience of every soul throughout time. Imagine the Akashic Records as the universe's internet, holding all information. Your soul contract is like a specific website you've bookmarked. Now, here's the exciting part. You have admin access and permission to edit. Your choices determine which sites you visit and which ones you edit. Contracts are not fixed. They're adaptable to free will choices. You are not a puppet, you're a co-creator. But how does the love frequency actually influence the Akashic Records and rewrite these contracts? It acts as a powerful energetic key, unlocking access to higher vibrational timelines. Think of the act of forgiveness. When you genuinely forgive someone, you release the energetic cords binding you to past hurts, creating a ripple effect that alters past timelines and positively influences future possibilities. This shift allows you to renegotiate limiting aspects of your soul contract, shifting you to a more positive and fulfilling timeline. Have you considered the power of forgiveness to rewrite your past and future? Also, energy healing is a great tool to heal the soul contracts. Let's be clear, this system isn't about blindly accepting suffering or passively enduring abuse. It's about understanding the underlying lessons of your soul contract, consciously choosing love over fear, and then actively rewriting your destiny. Your soul contract isn't about enduring abuse. It's about learning self-worth and setting boundaries. It is not about punishing you for your failures. It is about setting you up for the ultimate success. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds like karmic debt. But that's the old paradigm, the limited perspective. The new paradigm is about karmic opportunity, emphasizing the potential for growth and transformation through conscious action versus passive victimhood. It's not about being punished for past mistakes. It's about learning from them and choosing a different path, a path of love and empowerment. Are you ready to choose a different path? So, how do we actively rewrite our soul contracts? I want to introduce you to the contract renegotiation ritual. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and imagine yourself meeting your higher self, that wise and loving aspect of your being. Jointly review your soul contract, identifying limiting aspects, patterns of relationship failure, financial struggle, creative blocks. Then rewrite them with love-based intentions and actions, incorporating lessons of self-love, abundance, and authentic expression. Envision yourself living that rewritten contract. Feel the joy, the freedom, the alignment. But it doesn't stop there. Integrate love frequency into your daily routines, transforming mundane tasks into opportunities for karmic healing and positive timeline shifts. Do chores with intention, sending love and gratitude to the objects you're cleaning. Send a message of love and appreciation to a difficult family member, even if they don't reciprocate. Express gratitude for everyday blessings: the sun on your skin, the roof over your head, the food on your table. What small act of love can you incorporate into your daily routine right now? Build a soul tribe, connecting with others who share your intention of rewriting limiting soul contracts. Create a powerful support system, sharing your experiences, offering encouragement, and holding each other accountable. Find a spiritual community, join a support group, or work with an energy healer to address karmic patterns. Together, you can amplify the power of love and accelerate your timeline shifts. Remember, you are a powerful co-creator, and this Venus-Saturn alignment is amplifying your potential. By choosing love, consciously acting, and actively rewriting your destiny, you're not just changing your own life. You're contributing to a collective shift towards a more positive reality. The power to rewrite your destiny lies within you. So love rewrites soul contracts, impacting timelines. You recognize this with feelings of destiny. This happens through the Akashic records, and you can rewrite your soul contracts with the renegotiation ritual. By now, you should be ready to unlock your potential, but remember to love. This leads us to an even bigger question. What does it all mean for humanity? The Venus-Saturn alignment and the individual timeline shifts are not isolated events. They're building blocks for a future world of collective love and enlightenment, but we're just scratching the surface. What if there was an ultimate tool, a master key, to unlock this potential on a global scale? That's what we'll uncover next. Love rewrites soul contracts, but what if that love, amplified, could rewrite the world? Now, I want to introduce you to the collective heart grid, the ultimate higher dimensional tool for enacting this transformation on a global scale. Are you ready to learn your world-changing powers? The upcoming Venus-Saturn transit creates peak conditions for accessing and activating this grid. This isn't just another transit. It's a cosmic green light, enabling you to become a powerful conduit of love and light for the entire planet. Imagine your heart contributing to a beacon of world change. You are the key. This is your opportunity to shine. What can you do with this opportunity? But here's where it gets even more intriguing. You have the power to send healing, positive intentions, and frequencies directly into the collective heart grid, influencing global events and raising collective consciousness. Not only can you change your life, but impact others as well with simple acts of love emanating from your very soul. By simply being you, by expressing your authentic self, you become a catalyst for positive change. Are you starting to see how powerful you truly are? And here's the thing, the shadow government, as we've discussed, actively suppresses information about this grid. Why? Because they understand that they cannot maintain control over a humanity that is unified by love. They know that a world where people genuinely care for each other is a world where their manipulative tactics crumble. By unifying the world through love, you're making changes beyond your wildest dreams. So, prepare to show the world your best self. Are you ready to challenge the status quo? Think about the feelings of interconnectedness and oneness that are increasingly being reported globally. People are feeling a deep sense of empathy for strangers, experiencing a heightened awareness of global events, and sensing a collective yearning for peace and harmony. These aren't random occurrences. They're evidence of the collective heart grid's growing activation. Have you been feeling more connected lately? Consider the stories of individuals who intentionally connected with this grid, transmitting love and positive intentions. Take, for example, a small group who meditated for world peace, focusing their intention on a specific region experiencing violence. What happened? Within weeks, reports showed a significant decrease in violent incidents in that very region. Is this just a coincidence, or is it evidence of something more profound? And it's not just anecdotal. History is filled with examples of mass meditations and collective acts of kindness that demonstrably influenced global events. Think about the 100th monkey effect. When a critical mass of individuals adopts a new behavior or belief, it spreads rapidly throughout the population, seemingly defying conventional explanations. What if this effect is a manifestation of the collective heart grid in action? Remember those negative influences we talked about. Remember mastering your emotions and rewriting your soul contracts. All of those actions, all of that inner work, contributes to strengthening this grid. Every act of self-love, every moment of forgiveness, every conscious choice you make to resist negativity strengthens the energetic web that connects us all. Do you see how everything is interconnected? But how does this collective heart grid actually work? On a quantum level, it's a higher dimensional energy field connecting all living beings through love and consciousness. Imagine it as a giant web, a luminous network, stretching across the planet, connecting heart to heart. By consciously accessing this grid, you gain access to an immense power to influence reality. Are you ready to tap into that power? The key is understanding how love frequency amplifies within this grid. Think of it like a positive feedback loop. One act of love creates a ripple effect, becoming exponentially more powerful as it resonates throughout the network, raising the vibration of the entire planet. It's like throwing a pebble into a pond and watching the ripples spread outwards, touching everything in their path. Are you ready to make a ripple? But let's be clear, this isn't about naive idealism or wishful thinking. This is about strategically leveraging a powerful energetic tool for positive global transformation. The collective heart grid harnesses the power of love, transforming it into a force for change, for healing, for progress. This isn't just a feel-good concept. It's a practical means of creating a better world. This can be your legacy. Are you ready to step into your role as a change agent? Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds too good to be true. How can love possibly influence global events? Isn't this just wishful thinking? But consider the scientific concepts that support this idea: the observer effect, quantum entanglement, and the power of collective intention. Science is increasingly showing us that our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs have a direct impact on the world around us. A small action of love can turn into the world turning a corner for greatness, a single light in the darkness, igniting a global awakening. Can you embrace the possibility of a love-fueled world? So, how do we tap into this power? How do we actively contribute to the collective heart grid? Let me introduce you to the Global Heart Activation Ritual. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and connect with your heart. Then, visualize sending love to specific areas of the world or global issues in need of healing. Imagine sending love to war-torn regions, to leaders making critical decisions, intending to create peace and understanding. Feel the energy of love flowing from your heart, connecting with the grid, and radiating outwards to the world. Are you ready to send love? But it doesn't stop there. Integrate love frequency into your daily routines, transforming everyday actions into opportunities for contributing to the grid. Send love to strangers you pass on the street, even if it's just a silent blessing. Practice forgiveness, releasing yourself and others from past hurts. Express gratitude for the beauty of the planet, for the simple blessings in your life. What small act of love can you incorporate into your daily routine right now? And here's something even more powerful. Build love cells by connecting with others who share your intention, creating a powerful network of lightworkers dedicated to global transformation. Organize local meditations, participate in community service projects, spread messages of hope and inspiration. Together, you can amplify the power of love and accelerate the shift towards a more positive reality. Are you ready to connect with your soul tribe? Remember, you are a powerful co-creator. The Venus-Saturn alignment is amplifying your potential to shape your destiny and the destiny of the world. By choosing love, consciously acting, and actively contributing to the collective heart grid, you're not just changing your own life. You're contributing to a collective shift towards a more enlightened future. Every thought, feeling, and action becomes a beacon of light and hope as you contribute to the collective heart grid. Are you ready to shine? So love activates the heart grid, positively influencing the world. We've seen the evidence, feelings of oneness spreading, historical precedents, and quantum mechanics. The action, join the grid, transmit love. Love makes the world a better place, and now it will make you a better person in this final transformation. Now it's your moment to shine. All of this leads us to an even bigger, more pressing question. What's the ultimate outcome? What does an enlightened future for humanity look like, fueled by this collective love? Unlock a transformed version of the planet and its people, but your role awaits. Be prepared to bring the world together. The future is in your hands. Now it's time to claim it and shift timelines. But how do we prepare for this transformed version of the planet? That's what we'll cover next. So, love rewrites soul contracts, and it activates the collective heart grid. But are you truly ready to see that love in action is the key to rewriting timelines? Many try to visualize a better future, but forget to act in the present. It's not enough to simply be love. You must show love to the world. The transit amplifies existing timelines, so your actions create massive change, either for better or worse. Are you ready to see how your actions impact your timelines? For many, love in action is the missing link. You might feel the love, but tangible doing is what forms the bridge between your intentions and the timelines you wish to create. It's not passive, it's active. You must show the world and manifest the future. Many of you have been trying to use these energies to manifest without realizing that you are missing the catalyst for change. By showing and not telling, you transform the planet and your own personal reality. Are you finally ready to become the change you want to see in the world? And here's the exciting part. We're about to dive into a series of specific, targeted love in action strategies that directly address key global challenges. These aren't just random acts of kindness. They are calculated moves designed to create a powerful ripple effect during this transit. These love in action tactics transform your world as well as the lives of those who encounter you. By showing and not telling, you transform the planet and create a better timeline. Can you feel your power growing already? But here's what they don't want you to realize. These actions directly disrupt their control mechanisms because they thrive on inaction and apathy. The shadow government relies on your inaction. They profit from your complacency. Show them they are wrong. This is your opportunity to stand up and take action. This is their weakness. This is the moment to show the world the love you hold in your heart and reshape reality in its image. Will you seize this moment? Now, let's look at some specific examples of love in action leading to transformative results at both individual and collective levels. Think about a community transforming a blighted neighborhood through collaborative action. In Detroit, for example, residents transformed vacant lots into thriving urban gardens, leading to increased property values, reduced crime rates, and a stronger sense of belonging. And the numbers don't lie. Property values increased by 15%, and crime decreased by 10% in the surrounding areas, according to the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation. Is that the reality you want to create? Consider the story of Sarah, a single mother who faced seemingly insurmountable financial challenges. Instead of succumbing to despair, she started a small online business selling her handmade crafts. Through consistent effort and a genuine desire to help others by providing unique, affordable gifts, she transformed her financial situation and inspired other stay-at-home mothers to pursue their passions. Now that is a win-win. Don't you want to create your own win-win reality? Or what about the Chipko movement in India? In the 1970s, villagers, primarily women, embraced trees to prevent them from being felled for commercial logging. This non-violent resistance not only saved the forests, but also empowered local communities and sparked a national movement for environmental protection. This is the impact you can have with love. You can create an impact across the world. Are you ready to start a movement? But the benefits of love in action extend far beyond the immediate impact. Studies have shown that acts of kindness and generosity are linked to improved physical and mental health, stronger relationships, increased financial abundance, and a greater sense of purpose. Research from the University of California, Berkeley, found that people who regularly volunteer experience lower rates of depression and increased longevity. A life of love is a life of success. How will you use your power? So, how does love in action actually work? It all comes down to energetic entrainment. When individuals act with love, it creates a powerful energetic field that draws others into alignment. Think about the science of mirror neurons and how they facilitate empathy and connection. The transit amplifies this capacity, making your actions even more contagious. You can become the epicenter of love, drawing the world towards a brighter future. Are you ready to become that epicenter? But here's the deeper layer. Action generates momentum, creating a cascade of positive effects. It's like a domino effect, where a single act of kindness inspires others to act similarly, creating a ripple of positivity that spreads far and wide. Imagine you decide to pay for the coffee of the person behind you in line. That person, touched by your generosity, might then decide to help someone else in need. The chain reaction continues, creating a wave of goodwill that transforms the atmosphere around you. What wave are you going to start? Let's get one thing straight. Love in action is not about being a martyr or sacrificing oneself. It's about acting from a place of abundance and self-love, not from a place of scarcity or obligation. Your action should not be to harm you, but to lift your vibration. Lifting yourself allows you to lift others. Only when you are strong can you bring strength to others. Only when you are abundant can you bring abundance to others. Are you going to be the light? Now I know what some of you are thinking. One person can't make a difference. My actions are too small to have any real impact. But that's exactly what they want you to believe. The truth is that collective action, amplified by the transit, can create a tidal wave of change. It starts with you. You matter. Even small acts, fueled by love and with the correct intention, create a bigger effect than you can possibly imagine. So what is your first action? And now, for the call to action, I'm introducing the Love in Action Challenge. This isn't just a feel-good exercise. It's a structured program designed to maximize the impact of the Venus-Saturn transit. I'm inviting you to choose one global challenge that resonates with you: climate change, poverty, inequality, and pledge to take one targeted action every day for the duration of the transit. I will give you a toolkit with ideas for each challenge. What challenge will you take? But here's where we get even more practical. Transform mundane tasks into opportunities for love in action. Instead of mindlessly consuming, shop locally to support small businesses. Reduce waste by bringing your own reusable bags and containers. Conserve energy by turning off lights and unplugging electronics. And use social media to spread positive messages and inspire others to take action. What changes can you make today? And to amplify your impact even further, build Love in Action cells by connecting with others who share your intention. Form a community garden, organize a food drive, or volunteer at a local charity, always with love at the core. There is no greater feeling than giving back to the community. What group will you help? You are powerful. Your actions, amplified by love, can rewrite the world. This transit is your opportunity to unlock a future of unprecedented peace, prosperity, and harmony. Small acts can turn the world into a beautiful place. Believe it and take action. Love can change the world. Will you be the one to spread it? So Love in Action leads to the new world, a world that you create. We've seen the examples: Detroit's urban gardens, Sarah's small business, and the Chipko movement's forest protection. These actions are proof of what's possible. We've explored the mechanisms, energetic entrainment, and the domino effect. And we've issued the call to action: join the challenge and change the world. Let's change the world together by showing the way, making a better earth, and preparing for greatness. All of this leads us to a tantalizing glimpse of the coming enlightened future, a future fueled by collective love in action. But how do we sustain this momentum? How do we ensure that this shift is not just a fleeting moment of inspiration, but a permanent transformation of human consciousness? Prepare for a better world, but now it's time to get your tools to dominate a world run by love. Get ready, be excited, because next, we're diving into the specific techniques that will allow you to not just access this future, but to actively build it brick by loving brick. Love in Action rewrites timelines, but are you truly ready to wield that power with intention? It's time to unlock the reality hacks, tangible, easily implemented actions with amplified effects during this Venus-Saturn alignment. These aren't just nice gestures. They're cosmic cheat codes designed to rewrite negative timelines in real time. Think of these reality hacks as strategic interventions, bending reality in your favor. The transit amplify their effects, so now is the time to act. Don't sit and wait, use this gift. By leveraging this Venus-Saturn energy, you'll break free and begin to manifest the world you desire. Are you ready to hack the system? Now, let's dive into specific reality hacks and the science behind how they disrupt negative timelines, altering your destiny forever. These are your weapons to win the war. Reality hack 1, gratitude bomb. Intentionally expressing gratitude to someone you dislike or resent with the intention of dissolving the negativity between you. This isn't about condoning their behavior. It's about breaking energetic bonds and neutralizing negative emotional hooks. By sending love, you cut the cords. Have you tried this power? Imagine you have a coworker who constantly undermines your efforts. Instead of harboring resentment, intentionally express gratitude for their contributions, even if it's just something small. I appreciate your attention to detail on that project, or thank you for sharing your insights in the meeting. Even if it feels awkward at first, the intention behind it shifts the energetic dynamic. What results will you create? The science: gratitude generates a high frequency of love that dissolves lower frequency negativity. It's like shining a light into darkness. The darkness cannot exist where there is light. Studies have shown that gratitude increases levels of serotonin and dopamine in the brain, promoting feelings of well-being and connection. So by choosing gratitude, you create a powerful force field of positivity that repels negativity. How will you start? Reality hack 2, compassionate consumption. Consciously choosing to support businesses and organizations aligned with ethical and sustainable practices. This shifts financial resources away from exploitative systems and towards positive ones, which allows for true wealth. Are you ready to use your money to create wealth? Instead of buying products from corporations known for unethical labor practices or environmental destruction, consciously choose to support local businesses, fair trade organizations, or companies committed to sustainability. Every dollar you spend is a vote for the kind of world you want to create. Will you choose to vote for good? This hack shifts financial resources away from the shadow government. You're creating a new reality with every purchase. You're investing in a better future. You're starving the systems that are harming the planet and its people. Studies show that ethical consumption leads to more stable and successful communities. Can you see the results? Reality hack 3, truth bomb. Sharing factual information or resources that challenge misinformation and promote critical thinking. This disrupts the spread of limiting beliefs and empowers others to reclaim their minds and allows the truth to rise. Do you believe the truth is powerful? Share articles, videos, or documentaries that expose hidden agendas, challenge mainstream narratives, or promote critical thinking. Engage in respectful conversations with others, sharing your perspective and encouraging them to question what they've been told. You have the power to set others free. Do you believe in the power of sovereignty? By doing this, you protect your mental sovereignty. When you do this, you're disrupting mind control techniques. The truth disrupts the matrix. This action gives freedom of thought. You're not just sharing information, you're igniting a spark of awareness in others. Are you ready to unleash the truth? But here is the twist. These reality hacks are not just theoretical concepts. They've been implemented with measurable results during similar astrological transits. The light has been unleashed. Consider person A, who used the gratitude bomb on a difficult coworker. This seemingly small act led to improved communication, a more positive work environment, and ultimately, a promotion. That promotion unlocked access to new resources and opportunities, creating a ripple effect of abundance. You also unlock abundance when you send that love. Or take person B, who implemented compassionate consumption. By consciously choosing to support ethical businesses, they noticed a decrease in their anxiety levels as they felt more aligned with their values. This alignment also led to an unexpected refund, further solidifying their commitment to conscious spending. How will you use this force? And then there's person C, who dropped a truth bomb by sharing factual information about government corruption with a friend. This seemingly small act empowered their friend to question the mainstream narrative and seek out alternative perspectives. Now they are on the path. You too can do this with the same power. The civil rights movement is a historical example of communities employing similar reality hacks to overcome adversity and create positive change. Acts of nonviolent resistance and civil disobedience disrupted systems of oppression and paved the way for greater equality. This is the force of love, applied with direction. Can you feel its strength? But how do these reality hacks work energetically? The key lies in understanding specific frequencies. Now it's time to go deep. The gratitude bomb generates a high frequency of love that dissolves lower frequency negativity. Think of it as a sonic weapon of love, dismantling the walls of resentment and separation. This energy has no match. Compassionate consumption directs energy into positive manifestation. By supporting ethical businesses, you're channeling your financial resources into a force field of goodness. The benefits will grow, and the truth bomb disrupts mind control techniques by flooding the collective consciousness with empowering information. This gives freedom of thought and sovereignty. The shadow government tries to control you, but you have the ultimate weapon to beat them. The truth, these hacks aren't about naive positivity or ignoring problems. They're about strategically intervening with intention, action, and directed energy. You are hacking into the code. Can you feel its reality-bending power? Now I know what some of you are thinking. One person can't make a difference. But that's exactly what they want you to believe. Small actions, amplified by the transit, create massive ripples. Each one of you matters. What difference will you make today? Now it's time for the 7-day reality hack challenge. Commit to completing one or more of these reality hacks each day with intention and watch your timeline transform. How powerful can you become? You can use the daily prompts to keep yourself on track and unleash your inner power. Take just a moment. It takes no time. Let's create a new earth. But there's more. Integrating these reality hacks into your daily routines transforms everyday tasks into opportunities for positive change. The time for action is now. Tomorrow is too late. Set reminders to practice gratitude throughout the day, research ethical brands before making purchases, and share articles or videos that promote critical thinking. This will change your life. What will you share today? To amplify your efforts even further, build reality hacker cells by connecting with others who share your intention. Form a local group dedicated to practicing these reality hacks and sharing their experiences. The greater the group, the higher the energy. How big will your cell be? You have the power to rewrite destiny. These reality hacks amplify that power and show you the path. This moment is yours. Choose wisely. Now, backed by science, love in action through reality hacks is the way to make waves. You know the steps. Imagine a world where everyone expresses gratitude, supports ethical businesses, and shares truth. You can change your world simply by taking these steps. Can you see that beautiful, changed world? In the final stage, you'll co-create a world with love, justice, and freedom. This will reshape your world, change your reality, and show the world a wonderful life. Prepare to shift timelines together. As we've explored, love in action amplifies your power to rewrite timelines. But are you truly ready to take control? It's time to delve into timeline embodiment, a potent practice of living as if your desired timeline already exists, accelerating its manifestation through congruent thoughts, feelings, and most importantly, actions. Think of timeline embodiment as quantum leaping into your desired future, collapsing timelines and making the impossible probable. What reality are you ready to inhabit? This isn't just visualization or affirmation. Timeline embodiment demands a total commitment to embodying the frequency, thoughts, and actions of your future self. It's about tangibly creating that reality now. But here's the thing, by embodying your desired timeline, you directly undermine their control by shifting your reality beyond their reach. They rely on you feeling helpless and stuck. Are you ready to break free from their matrix and create your own reality? Let's explore concrete examples of individuals who successfully wielded timeline embodiment during challenging times, experiencing rapid and transformative results. Consider Sarah, a graphic designer who lost her job unexpectedly. Instead of succumbing to despair, she continued to act as if she were already employed in her dream career. Each morning, she dressed as if she were going to work, spent hours honing her skills and building her portfolio, networked with industry professionals, and radiated an attitude of confidence and expertise. Within weeks, she landed not just a new job, but a better job than she'd ever imagined, with a higher salary and more creative freedom. Sarah's story is a testament to the magnetic power of aligned action. How ready are you to radiate that confidence, even if your external reality feels bleak? What would change if you held a vision for your future? Or take Mark, whose marriage was on the verge of collapse. Instead of dwelling on past hurts and resentments, he began to act as if he were the loving, supportive, and attentive husband he aspired to be. He started leaving his wife love notes, planning thoughtful dates, actively listening to her concerns, and expressing his appreciation for her. Slowly but surely, his actions began to transform the dynamic between them. His wife responded in kind, and their relationship rekindled with a depth and passion they hadn't experienced in years. Mark didn't just think about being a better husband. He became one, rewriting the entire narrative of their marriage. Are you ready to be a force for good today? Can you begin anew? Then there's Emily, who had always struggled with financial scarcity. Determined to break free from this limiting pattern, she started acting as if she were already living in complete abundance. She began tithing generously, investing in herself, and treating herself to small luxuries without guilt. She also shifted her mindset from lack to gratitude, focusing on the abundance that already existed in her life. As she embodied the frequency of abundance, opportunities and resources began to flow to her in unexpected ways. She landed new clients, received unexpected financial gifts, and developed a deep sense of security and trust in the universe's provision. Can you find small ways to be abundant? Consider Joan of Arc, a peasant girl who embodied the role of military leader, inspired an army, and rewrote the history of France. She didn't wait for permission or validation. She simply became the leader she envisioned herself to be, collapsing the timeline between her vision and her reality. She inspires us to find our destiny today. What are you willing to collapse? These aren't isolated incidents. These are tangible examples of the power of energetic coherence and love frequency, amplified through aligned action. But what if I told you that love is simply a force that allows one to overcome any circumstance? Don't listen to people who have not had success. By embodying your desired future, you are amplifying your intention, dissolving resistance, and rewriting your timeline in real time. Emotions can be powerful, but action is stronger. What action can you take right now to show the world who you really are? But how does timeline embodiment actually work? Let's dive deeper. The key lies in understanding the observer effect in quantum physics. By consciously focusing on and embodying a specific timeline, you are collapsing the wave function and making that timeline more probable. It's like tuning a radio to a specific frequency. By aligning your energy with the desired outcome, you attract it into your reality. Is the message clear? But how does acting as if rewire your neural pathways and create lasting change? The mind plays a critical role. When you consistently act in alignment with your desired future, you are essentially creating new neural pathways in your brain. These pathways become stronger and more dominant over time, making it easier and more natural to embody your desired reality. What new pathways will you create? This isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about aligning your actions with a clear vision for your destiny. It's about acknowledging your current reality while simultaneously stepping into the energy of your future self. But here's the distinction. It's not about ignoring the current reality. It's about understanding what your destiny is. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds like wishful thinking. But it's far more than that. Action is the key that unlocks the door to your desired timeline. Your actions create feedback loops, attracting support, resources, and opportunities that align with your new frequency. Small changes create transformation, bringing allies to you along the way. You cannot do it alone, and this Venus-Saturn alignment is designed to bring you the support you need. What help will you seek? Now it's time for the 7-day Timeline Embodiment Challenge. Commit to consciously living as your future self for 7 days using the tools we've discussed so far. Day 1, visualize your end state. Create a clear, vivid picture of what your life looks and feels like in your desired timeline. Day 2, journal from the future state. Write about your day as if you are already living your desired reality, focusing on the positive experiences and emotions. Day 3, dress the part. Wear clothing that makes you feel confident, empowered, and aligned with your future self. Day 4, take action toward your goals. Take at least one small step each day that moves you closer to your desired outcome. Day 5, connect with your future self. Spend time in meditation, connecting with the energy and wisdom of your future self. Day 6, express gratitude. Focus on all the things you are grateful for in your life, both big and small. Day 7, fully embody your future self. Live each moment as if you are already living your desired reality, radiating confidence, joy, and abundance. But there's more. What tools can you use to transform your daily life? From morning to evening, consciously choose actions that align with your future self. From the food you eat to the relationships you nurture, make choices that reflect your desired reality. Remember, acting is more important than thinking. What changes will you make today? To amplify your efforts even further, build timeline embodiment cells. Connect with others who share your intention, supporting, challenging, and celebrating each other's successes. Partner with others to share your experiences, provide accountability, and amplify your transformation. Who are you ready to connect with? Remember, you have the power to shape your destiny through your actions. It's real now. Take a deep breath, step into your future self, and watch your timeline transform. The cycle is complete. You now possess the knowledge and the tools to embody your desired timeline and create the reality you've always dreamed of. So, are you ready to show the world the new you? Are you prepared to show them the love-filled world? But we're just scratching the surface. What is coming next is even more shocking. An enlightened future awaits, filled with love, justice, and freedom. With all the tools you now possess, a new timeline is here. You've shifted timelines, and now it's time to come together and co-create a world that reflects your highest vision. You're ready, and the world is ready for you. We've discussed how timeline embodiment is crucial for rewriting your reality, but embodiment alone is not enough. You must also tune into the correct energetic signature. Each timeline vibrates with a unique signature, a distinct feeling that can be sensed, almost like a radio frequency. The Venus-Saturn transit acts as a cosmic amplifier, boosting your sensitivity to these energetic signatures. But here's the danger. Misinterpreting these amplified sensations can reinforce negative timelines, solidifying the very realities you're trying to escape. Are you prepared to navigate these treacherous waters? Just as a tuning fork vibrates at a specific frequency, each timeline radiates a distinct energetic signature. The Venus-Saturn transit is like a powerful amplifier, turning up the volume on these frequencies. But what if you amplify the wrong frequency? What if you're drawn to a seemingly positive timeline, only to find yourself trapped in a gilded cage of limitation and control? What if you are being tricked to join another timeline? It happens. This is the critical moment where cultivating energetic sensitivity and discerning authentic timeline signatures becomes essential. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about knowing where that feeling is leading you. Do not fall for it. Become more self-aware. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. Some know this. The shadow government, those who seek to maintain control over humanity's timeline, understand these mechanics. They can mimic energetic signatures to lure you into negative timelines, subtly manipulating your choices and reinforcing their power. They don't want you to know this. They would love for you to fall for it. This transit is more than just an astrological event. It's a battle for your consciousness. Recognize you've been warned. Be ready to move forward powerfully. It is time to defend yourself and be in alignment with your destiny. To navigate this energetic landscape, you must learn to distinguish between contrasting energetic signatures. A timeline filled with abundance will feel expansive, joyful, and easy. It's as if the universe is conspiring in your favor, effortlessly providing opportunities and resources. In contrast, a scarcity timeline feels constricted, fearful, and effortful. You might find yourself constantly struggling to make ends meet, facing unexpected setbacks, and feeling a pervasive sense of lack. Can you feel the difference? The key is to pay attention not just to the surface-level circumstances, but to the underlying emotional tone. Is there stress involved? How does your body feel? Consider Sarah, who tried diligently to embody success. She visualized her dream career, affirmed her worthiness, and worked tirelessly to achieve her goals. But beneath the surface, she felt anxious and stressed, pushing herself to the point of exhaustion. Despite her efforts, she made little progress, constantly encountering obstacles and setbacks. Sarah's experience is a clear signal of timeline misalignment. She was trying to force her way onto a positive timeline, but her underlying energy was resonating with scarcity and fear. She was working harder but not smarter. You aren't supposed to push. It feels naturally like the correct timeline exists. What did she do wrong? Or consider a different situation, the boy who cried wolf. He didn't feel it, and his friends lost trust with him. What happens when people lose trust? Catastrophe ensues. If the boy could have been more discerning and more in tune with the situation, he could have shifted the outcome. He simply needed to be more aware. What could have been shifted? What about the wolf? Now, let's connect this to the concept of the love frequency. The authentic energetic signatures of positive timelines resonate with love, joy, and compassion. These are not just fleeting emotions. They are the fundamental building blocks of a thriving reality. The shadows, however, can mimic these signatures with deception and manipulation. They might create artificial experiences of pleasure or excitement to lure you into their web, but these experiences will ultimately feel hollow and unfulfilling. Can you trust these people? The key is to discern the feeling of love is different than shadows mimicking it. But how does all of this work on a deeper level? Energetic signatures correlate with vibration, with the very fabric of reality. Each thought, emotion, and action creates a distinct frequency, a ripple in the quantum field. High frequencies resonate with positive timelines, attracting abundance, connection, and joy. Low frequencies resonate with negative timelines, reinforcing scarcity, isolation, and suffering. You are quite literally creating your reality with every vibration you emit. What are you emitting today? So, how do you cultivate accurate reception of these energetic signatures? It starts with clearing energetic blocks, releasing the limiting beliefs and emotional traumas that cloud your perception. This can involve practices such as shadow work, inner child healing, and energy clearing techniques. Meditating regularly helps to quiet the mind and tune into the subtle frequencies of your intuition. And connecting to nature, spending time in natural environments, can help to ground your energy and align with the Earth's natural rhythms. But here's the crucial point. Listening to energetic signatures is not simply about trusting your emotions. It's about discernment, about developing the ability to distinguish between authentic guidance and manipulated signals. This requires a clear mind, an open heart, and a willingness to question your assumptions. You cannot simply trust. It is about learning to discern what you are feeling. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You can't trust your feelings. They're unreliable. And that's precisely what they want you to believe. But discerning energetic signatures is not about blindly following your emotions. It's a skill, a practice that can be developed and honed over time. It's about learning to interpret the subtle cues of your intuition, to differentiate between the voice of your soul and the whispers of fear. It is a high-level skill, a power. The power is about discernment. To help you navigate this process, I'm going to introduce you to the energetic compass technique. This is a guided practice designed to help you cultivate energetic sensitivity and discern authentic timeline signatures. Are you ready to take control of your reality? Here's how it works. Step 1. Create a quiet space where you can relax and focus without distractions. Step 2. Call for your desired outcome. Clearly state your intention, visualizing the positive outcome you wish to manifest. Step 3. Call for the current energetic signature of your present timeline. What does it feel like? Where do you feel it in your body? Step 4. Now, call for the energetic signature of the timeline aligned with your desired outcome. How does this signature differ from your current one? What emotions and sensations arise? Step 5. Discern the signals. Pay attention to the subtle cues of your intuition. Do you feel a sense of alignment, expansion, and joy? Or do you feel resistance, fear, and constriction? To further refine your discernment, integrate the love frequency into every aspect of your life. Test every thought, feeling, and action against the question, is there love there? Do you feel it? Does it vibrate at a high frequency? If so, proceed with confidence. If not, gently redirect your energy toward a more aligned pathway. This will create the life you want. As you continue to practice these techniques, you will develop your cells to strengthen the signatures. Amplify the power of group awareness. Do this, and you will see the life around you change. Share your experiences with others, compare stories, and support each other on this journey of timeline shifting. We are all in this together. Remember, you have the power to shape your destiny, to embody the positive, and to discern authentic timeline signatures. The energetic compass is your guide, the love frequency is your compass, and your intuition is your inner GPS. By combining these tools, you can navigate the complexities of the Venus-Saturn alignment and create a reality filled with abundance, joy, and love. Remember, using the energetic compass helps you find true timelines. You must show energetic signals. The action is to embody and discern. Are you up for this task? The world awaits you to make your changes, and we have even more advanced tools coming your way. The challenge is to use love as your only guide, but be warned, what we'll uncover next is even more shocking. We've established that energetic signatures are key for navigating timelines, but now for the crucial next step, understanding timeline vulnerabilities. These are specific emotional and physical states that dramatically amplify your susceptibility to negative timelines. This isn't just about sensing energies, it's about defense and understanding that you can become an easy target. Are you ready to understand where your defenses are weak? Certain planetary alignments, particularly this Venus-Saturn configuration, create increased energetic sensitivity. This means you become more vulnerable to external influences and emotional manipulation. It's like your energetic immune system is weakened, leaving you open to infection. And that's where the risk lies, falling into negative timelines if you're unaware of these vulnerabilities. The Venus-Saturn alignment creates emotional amplification, and that heightened state can cloud your judgment. It can lead to misinterpretation of energetic signatures, causing you to inadvertently lock yourself into a negative outcome, even after doing all that hard work. This isn't just theoretical. This is about protecting yourself from unseen forces. But here's the thing, there are strategies for identifying and shielding yourself from these vulnerabilities. It's about learning to recognize the warning signs and implementing specific tools and practices to stay grounded. Think of it as building an energetic fortress around yourself, not to block out the world, but to filter out the negativity. What does this fortress look like, and how do you build it? And here's where it gets even darker. There are those, the shadow government, who actively exploit these vulnerabilities to steer individuals onto negative timelines. They understand the mechanics of emotional manipulation and energetic influence, and they use this knowledge to maintain control. They see you as easy to manipulate. This isn't just paranoia. It's a strategic assessment of the current energetic landscape. They create false realities. The question is, do you know the specific states that they capitalize on to lead people down dark paths? Are you being lured to new realities for the wrong reasons? So, what specific emotional and physical states create these vulnerabilities? And how do they amplify the power of the shadows? Let's break it down. Emotional vulnerabilities: fear, anxiety, loneliness, self-doubt. These emotions create energetic static, distorting your perception and making it harder to discern authentic timeline signatures. In relationships, this might manifest as attracting manipulative or emotionally unavailable partners. In finances, it could lead to impulsive decisions and a constant fear of scarcity. The The measurable side effects are real, and they can be devastating. Physical vulnerabilities, exhaustion, illness, substance use. These states compromise your energetic integrity, lowering your immunity and brain function. This makes you more susceptible to suggestion and less able to resist negative influences. The long-term effects can include chronic illness, addiction, and a diminished capacity for joy. Think about it. When you're exhausted and overwhelmed, are you more likely to make sound decisions, or are you more likely to grasp at any quick fix that promises relief? It's in these moments of weakness that the shadows can slip in and subtly alter your trajectory. Do not let that happen. The power lies within. Let's look at a specific example. Imagine person A, who, after experiencing a setback in their career, became consumed by self-doubt and anxiety. This emotional state led to exhaustion, making them vulnerable to negative influences. They started seeking validation from external sources, falling prey to manipulative individuals who promised them success and recognition. They made a series of poor decisions, ultimately losing their job, their savings, and their self-respect. What was person A's critical error? They didn't identify and address their vulnerabilities before they were exploited. It's a tragic story that happens every day, but this isn't just a modern phenomenon. Throughout history and mythology, we see examples of entire communities collapsing due to unchecked vulnerabilities. Think of Atlantis, an advanced civilization that, according to legend, fell due to unchecked greed and a thirst for power. They became too focused on external achievements, neglecting their inner well-being and becoming susceptible to negative influences. Their vulnerability became their downfall. Does this story sound familiar? Now, let's connect these vulnerabilities to specific manipulation tactics. The shadows understand that heightened emotions distort energetic signatures, making it easier to lure you onto a negative timeline. That is why they promote fear-based narratives through the media, exploiting your anxieties about the future. They create a sense of scarcity, convincing you that you need to compete with others for limited resources. They isolate you, making you feel alone and vulnerable, disconnecting you from your support network. Are you starting to see the pattern? Specific messaging is designed to amplify these vulnerabilities. But why do heightened emotions distort energetic signatures? The answer lies in neurology. When you're in a state of fear or anxiety, your amygdala, the emotional center of your brain, hijacks your prefrontal cortex, the center of rational thought. This makes it harder to think clearly and discern authentic signals from manipulated ones. Your mind simply cannot fully comprehend it, making it easier to trap you. And how does your physical state impact your access to higher dimensions? When you're exhausted or ill, your energetic vibration lowers, making it harder to connect to the subtle frequencies of your intuition. Lowered energy results in clouded judgment, diminishing your ability to access higher dimensions. Therefore, you fall into the trap of your doom. It's like trying to tune into a radio station with a weak antenna. The signal becomes distorted and unreliable. It's important to clarify that shielding is not about avoidance. It's not about blocking out the world or becoming paranoid. Shields don't block, but filter. It's about creating an energetic barrier that allows you to discern authentic signals from manipulated ones so you can use proper judgment. It's like wearing sunglasses on a sunny day. They don't block out the light entirely, but they filter out the glare, allowing you to see more clearly. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. It's impossible to be strong all the time. We all have moments of weakness, and that's true, but shielding is not about being invulnerable. It's about developing resilience, building your energetic muscles. It is possible to cultivate this resilience, but it has to be trained. The training is not hard. It just needs to be practiced like any skill. So, how do you cultivate this resilience? How do you build your energetic fortress? I'm going to introduce you to the shielding ritual, a step-by-step process designed to help you identify your vulnerabilities and strengthen your resilience. Here are the steps. Step 1. Identify your emotional and physical vulnerabilities. What are the specific emotions and physical states that make you feel weak or vulnerable? Are you prone to anxiety? Do you struggle with exhaustion? Be honest with yourself. Step 2. Create emergency protocols. What can you do to quickly address these vulnerabilities when they arise? Can you practice deep breathing, take a walk in nature, call a friend, create a list of go-to strategies? Step 3. Practice resilience-building exercises to strengthen those parts. Engage in activities that build your emotional and physical resilience. Meditate regularly, exercise, spend time in nature, connect with supportive people. As you do this, connect to the love frequency. Act with love, compassion, and forgiveness, both towards yourself and others. Repeat this affirmation: I am strong, I have resilience, and I am free. Feel the power of those words resonating within you. And here's a powerful idea: create shield groups. Connect with others who are on a similar path, develop group resilience, share your stories, and offer each other advice. Become the shield to the world, the strong foundation to the planet. Remember, you have the power to shape your destiny. Your vulnerabilities are not endpoints. They are simply tests, opportunities for growth. You control the timeline. We've covered how to shield yourself from negative timelines through resilience. By understanding the science behind these practices and taking proactive steps to strengthen your vulnerabilities, you can change your life. Go out and make yourself a better world. But we're just scratching the surface of this. What we'll uncover next is even more shocking. A final world is unlocked, and everyone is there to help you. Love is here to rewrite the world, so let it flow. But what is the key to unlocking this final world? We've covered how to shield yourself from negative timelines, but now for an even more critical component: inner resilience. This isn't just about erecting energetic barriers. It's about cultivating the inner strength to transform challenges, rewrite your story, and ultimately thrive during this Venus-Saturn alignment. Think of it not as building walls to keep the darkness out, but as forging inner steel to bend the darkness to your will. Vulnerability, you see, isn't a weakness to be feared. It's the catalyst for profound growth. Challenges are not punishments, but tests designed to reveal your hidden potential. This Venus-Saturn alignment, it's a cosmic gym, a period of intense pressure designed to make you emotionally, mentally, and spiritually stronger than you ever thought possible. The alignment isn't about avoiding discomfort. It's a unique opportunity to develop emotional and spiritual muscles, like lifting weights to get into shape. What doesn't break you refines you, so be prepared to rise to the challenge. And what if I told you there were specific, actionable techniques for building this inner resilience? Strategies that can transform these challenges into strengths, opening doorways to potential you never even imagined. Are you ready to learn the 3 steps to strengthen you so that challenges become strengths and not weaknesses, allowing you to reach your full potential? But here's the thing: there are those, the shadow government, who are deeply afraid of truly resilient people. They understand that individuals who possess unwavering inner strength cannot be manipulated, controlled, or steered onto negative timelines. The shadow's power, you see, diminishes in direct proportion to your resilience. They fear people who cannot be broken. That is the strength we are aiming for here. Let's unfold the evidence. What specific characteristics define a resilient person, and how do these traits allow them to navigate even the most challenging situations with grace and power? It's not about ignoring the storm. It's about learning to dance in the rain. First, consider the emotional aspect. Resilient people possess profound self-awareness, allowing them to recognize their triggers, understand their emotions, and regulate their responses. They have empathy, enabling them to connect with others and build supportive relationships. And here's the twist: these emotional qualities directly translate into abundance and wealth. Consider this: someone who can manage their emotions is less likely to make impulsive financial decisions, more likely to build strong business relationships, and better equipped to negotiate favorable deals. Someone with empathy makes people trust them. Have you considered that the root of wealth is trust? Next, consider the mental aspect. Resilient people cultivate optimism, allowing them to see opportunities even in the darkest of times. They exhibit cognitive flexibility, adapting to changing circumstances with ease. They possess exceptional problem-solving skills, finding creative solutions to complex challenges. And what does this mean for you? These mental qualities unlock doors to opportunities and success. People are reporting that the key to success is to never give up, and resilient people are born with that skill. Finally, consider the spiritual aspect. Resilient people have a deep sense of purpose, finding meaning even in suffering. They feel connected to something larger than themselves, drawing strength from a source beyond the material world. This spiritual connection unlocks overall healing and purpose, acting as a guiding light during times of darkness. People who can heal others have an innate sense of purpose to them. Have you felt it? But let's make this concrete. Imagine a person who loses their job during this Venus-Saturn alignment. Instead of succumbing to despair, they activate their inner resilience. They use their self-awareness to process their emotions, their optimism to see new possibilities, and their spiritual connection to find meaning in this unexpected shift. They use the opportunity to pursue their passion, starting a successful business that aligns with their values and brings them joy. They found purpose after pain and a business after despair. The money is now flowing. And this isn't just a hypothetical scenario. History is filled with figures who displayed extraordinary resilience in the face of adversity, shaping the world with their unwavering strength. Consider Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison for fighting against apartheid. But instead of allowing this trauma to break him, he used it to fuel his determination, emerging from prison as a beacon of hope and reconciliation, leading his nation towards a brighter future. He responded to the trauma to make himself stronger, an inspiration to the world. This is what the stars are here to help with. The world wants you. Remember those energetic signatures and timeline embodiment we talked about earlier? Resilience enhances your energetic signature, making you a beacon of strength and attracting positive timelines. When combined, these create a powerful synergy, allowing you to embody the most abundant and fulfilling version of yourself. Now, let's dive deeper. How does resilience actually work? What are the mechanisms that allow it to transform your brain and your reality? Here's how. It works through rewiring your brain. It's not just about positive thinking. It's about creating new neural pathways that support resilience in the face of adversity. Action is rewiring. Action is rewiring. When you consciously choose resilient thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, you're literally reshaping your brain. Let's break down how each characteristic contributes to this rewiring process. Self-awareness allows you to recognize your triggers before they lead to negative reactions, giving you the power to create a plan. Optimism generates new options and unlocks previously untapped energy, fueling your ability to overcome obstacles. Spiritual connection provides a sense of purpose, grounding you in a deeper meaning that transcends the immediate challenge. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Resilience is easier said than done. It's hard to stay strong when you're facing real challenges. And you're right. But resilience isn't an innate trait. It's a trainable skill. It's like learning a new language or mastering a musical instrument. It requires practice, dedication, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. But how can we develop this plan? The answer: practice makes perfect. It's important to clarify that resilience is not about suppressing emotions. It's not about pretending everything is okay when it's not. In fact, suppressing your emotions can actually hinder your ability to build resilience. It's about processing your emotions in a healthy way, allowing yourself to feel the pain, but not allowing it to consume you. Allowing yourself to feel will help you understand your triggers. So, are you ready to build your inner fortress? I'm going to introduce you to the Resilience Toolkit, a collection of specific exercises that you can use to rewrite your timeline through the power of resilience. Let's begin with the emotional aspect. Practice gratitude journaling, writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Engage in mindfulness practices, paying attention to the present moment without judgment. And cultivate meditation, quieting your mind and connecting to your inner peace. Next, focus on the mental aspect. Practice cognitive reframing, challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with more positive and realistic ones. Develop your problem-solving skills, breaking down complex challenges into smaller, manageable steps. And set clear, achievable goals, giving yourself a sense of direction and accomplishment. Finally, nurture your spiritual aspect. Connect with nature, spending time in green spaces and appreciating the beauty of the natural world. Seek meaning in your experiences, asking yourself what you can learn from each challenge. And cultivate a sense of connection to something larger than yourself, whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply contemplating the vastness of the universe. And here's the key: offer specific, daily, practical, and manageable steps for rewiring your mind. Transform your actions, and you transform your reality. Now, let's take this a step further. I encourage you to build resilience pods, connecting with others who are on a similar path. Share your challenges, support one another, and inspire each other to grow. Form communities, discuss plans, then show each other the greatness within you. You wield incredible power for shaping your destiny. This is your opportunity to activate that power, to change the world, one resilient thought, feeling, and action at a time. As we've explored, inner resilience is critical for navigating the challenges of this Venus-Saturn alignment and rewriting your timeline. Remember those key characteristics we discussed: self-awareness, optimism, and spiritual connection. Embody these qualities, and you will rewire your reality. You now understand action is with each component, it is with each skill. A world is now open to you, a world of infinite possibilities, but you need the tools to navigate it. Are you ready to claim that destiny? A final world is unlocked. The world wants you. All you must do is love, show it, and embody it. But what is the key to unlocking this final world, and what wonders await you on the other side? Have you felt a nagging sense that something's off, even though you've been diligently working on your inner resilience? A feeling that you're running in place, despite all your efforts to move forward? This isn't a sign of failure, it's a signal. You're brushing up against what I call resilience blind spots, areas where you believe you are resilient, but are actually operating from a place of unconscious limitation or avoidance. This isn't about negating prior progress, it's about identifying subtle self-deception. And here's the thing: this Venus-Saturn alignment, amplifes these blind spots. The transit acts as a cosmic magnifying glass, exposing any hidden weakness in your armor of resilience, leading to unexpected setbacks despite your most sincere efforts. Plans that seemed solid might crumble, relationships might hit unexpected snags, or financial opportunities might suddenly vanish. It's frustrating, I know, but this frustration is a signal. The universe is pointing you towards something you need to see, something you've been unconsciously avoiding. So, how do you identify and overcome these resilience blind spots? The key lies in developing radical self-honesty, the willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself without judgment. This isn't about self-flagellation, it's about developing laser-like self-awareness, a willingness to excavate those deeply buried beliefs and patterns that are holding you back. This takes courage, focus, and practice. Are you ready to confront the truth? But here's the catch. Isn't it interesting that these blind spots are often deliberately cultivated through social conditioning and limiting belief systems? Think about it. Societal pressures to conform, to suppress emotions, and to prioritize external validation over inner truth. These pressures create deep-seated resilience blind spots that limit individual agency and make one susceptible to manipulation. What if these societal pressures aren't accidental? What if they're part of a larger plan to keep you from realizing your full potential and creating world change? Let's unfold the evidence, shall we? What do these resilience blind spots look like in practice? How do they manifest in your emotional, mental, and spiritual lives? Have you ever taken a close look? First, consider the emotional aspect. One common resilience blind spot is toxic positivity, the tendency to suppress negative emotions instead of processing them in a healthy way. You might tell yourself to just stay positive or look on the bright side, even when you're feeling overwhelmed, sad, or angry. But suppressing these emotions doesn't make them disappear. It buries them deeper, where they can fester and manifest as anxiety, depression, or even physical illness. Suppressed emotions create energetic blockages. And what does this emotional numbing do to your ability to connect authentically with others, to build deep, meaningful relationships, or to attract love and abundance into your life? Suppressing emotions creates rifts and blockages, which can be very harmful. Next, consider the mental aspect. Intellectual bypassing is another common resilience blind spot, using logic and reason to avoid confronting uncomfortable truths or emotional wounds. You might analyze a situation to death, dissecting every detail, but never actually allowing yourself to feel the emotions associated with it. Intellectualization is a band-aid, not a solution. But here's the cost. It creates a disconnect between your head and your heart, preventing you from accessing your intuition and making decisions from a place of wholeness. Can you see how this might limit your ability to see new possibilities, to embrace creative solutions, or to manifest your desires? Finally, consider the spiritual aspect. Spiritual ego is a more insidious, resilience-blind spot, using spiritual practices to feel superior to others, rather than cultivating genuine compassion and connection. You might judge others for not being as awake as you are, or use spiritual concepts to justify your own egoic desires. This is more of a harmful tactic than positive, but this superiority creates separation. It prevents you from truly connecting with others on a soul level, from experiencing the interconnectedness of all things, and from accessing the higher dimensions of consciousness where true timeline shifting becomes possible. And here's where it gets even more interesting. People are reporting that despite years of dedicated inner work, they've experienced sudden reversals of fortune during this Venus-Saturn alignment. The entrepreneur who meditates daily but avoids confronting their shadow self suddenly finds their business crumbling. The individual who practices affirmations but harbors deep-seated limiting beliefs about their worthiness struggles to attract abundance. The artist who visualizes success but fears judgment from others finds their creativity blocked. These aren't random occurrences, these are tests of your previous training. Are you ready to graduate? Think about the Greek figure, Icarus. He was given wings of wax and feathers, achieving great success in flight. But hubris, excessive pride, led him to fly too close to the sun, melting his wings and causing his downfall. Even after periods of great success, hubris can cause a fall from grace. This is a powerful metaphor for the dangers of resilience blind spots. Have you flown too close to the sun? What most fail to acknowledge is the manipulation at play. This hubris is not an accident, but instead a tactic employed by those forces that are attempting to keep you down. By amplifying and exploiting these resilience blind spots, they perpetuate cycles of limitation and prevent you from accessing your full potential. They thrive when you are blind to your own weaknesses. They encourage them. Let's dive deeper. How do these resilience blind spots actually work? How do they block access to higher dimensional awareness and hinder timeline shifting? Resilience blind spots work psychologically by reinforcing defense mechanisms and cognitive biases. Defense mechanisms protect you from pain, but they also distort reality. Cognitive biases reinforce those distortions, making them even harder to acknowledge. For example, denial might prevent you from acknowledging a painful truth about yourself or your life. Confirmation bias might lead you to seek out information that confirms your existing beliefs, even if those beliefs are limiting you. Each type of blind spot creates a specific energetic blockage that limits your ability to access higher dimensional awareness, hindering timeline shifting. Emotional suppression prevents authentic connection, making it difficult to co-create with others or to receive guidance from your intuition. Mental rigidity limits your ability to see new possibilities, preventing you from aligning with timelines of abundance and opportunity. Spiritual ego creates separation, preventing you from experiencing the interconnectedness of all things and accessing the higher dimensions of consciousness, where true timeline shifting becomes possible. The key is radical self-honesty and authenticity. But let's be clear, this isn't about self-judgment or self-criticism. It's about judgment-free self-observation, about becoming a scientist, studying your own mind, observing your patterns without attacking yourself. It's about understanding those patterns, not judging them. It is not about being kind, it is about learning the truth. Are you brave enough to do that? Now I know what some of you are thinking. It's too hard to see your own blind spots. But that's simply not true. Seeing your blind spots is a skill, requiring tools and practice, but yielding powerful rewards. It's like learning to play a musical instrument. It might seem difficult at first, but with dedication and the right guidance, anyone can master it. So are you ready to take on the Radical Honesty Challenge? First, identify your potential blind spots. Use the examples we've discussed to see the similarities in your own life. Where are you suppressing your emotions? Where are you intellectualizing your way out of uncomfortable truths? Where are you using spirituality to feel superior to others? Second, gather external feedback. Ask trusted friends and mentors for honest feedback about your blind spots. Be open to hearing what they have to say, even if it's uncomfortable. Use their feedback to discover something new about yourself. What others see is what you hide from yourself. Third, actively seek discomfort. Step outside your comfort zone and act on your truth. Do something that scares you, something that challenges your limiting beliefs. Speak your mind, even if it means risking rejection. This is how you break free from the patterns that are holding you back. To integrate this process into your daily routines, set aside time to reflect. Meditate, question your past, and seek honest feedback. The answers are there, hidden in plain sight. And I encourage you to build resilience pods, create honesty circles with trusted friends, family, or mentors, creating safe spaces for vulnerability and authentic connection. Share your experiences, your stories, and your insights. Remember, true power comes from embracing your imperfections and constantly working toward growth. Embrace what is coming. See it all and then take it all to your heart. This is your opportunity to rewrite your timeline one step at a time. This is your moment to step into your power, embrace what is coming, challenge viewers to see and embrace the world. Have no fear and no regrets. See your opportunity and grab hold. The final vision is at hand. Claim that destiny. The steps have all been made. All is complete. The world's suffering can end, and the life the viewer was always meant to have is just around the corner, where they control their destiny. You've confronted your resilience blind spots. You've begun to see where societal conditioning has held you back. But what if I told you that overcoming those blind spots isn't the final step? What if the real key to navigating this Venus-Saturn alignment, to shifting timelines and stepping into your power, lies in something even deeper, authentic self-alignment? This isn't just about being strong. It's about finding the strength to be you, your true, unfiltered self, thus creating harmonic resonance with the universe. Think about it, it's not enough to simply endure the cosmic pressures of this alignment. You must align your strength with your truest nature. To push a boulder, brute strength may suffice, but to move mountains, you must become the mountain. It is finding the strength to be your true self, and the results are amazing. This alignment is a cosmic pressure test, designed to reveal the discrepancies between who you think you are and who you truly are. And here's the thing, authentic self-alignment doesn't just mitigate the effects of this transit. It amplifies your timeline-shifting power exponentially. But there's a catch. It requires a level of vulnerability and courage that most people are unwilling to embrace. To truly align, you must be willing to shed false identities, societal constructs, and limiting beliefs that have been holding you captive for far too long. This Venus-Saturn transit is acting as a cosmic mirror, revealing your true self. Do you like what you see? Your actions in the coming days will hinge on that answer, on understanding what that true self desires and deserves. Prepare yourself, because this isn't surface-level work. This is about unearthing a version of yourself you may not even believe exists, a version buried beneath layers of conditioning and expectation. It's about doing a new you, a real you, so prepare to shock your mind and body with a version of you that you did not think existed. And the best part: the shadow government types, the manipulators, they hate authentic individuals. Why? Because authentic individuals operate from their own inner authority. They cannot be controlled. They can never be influenced. Let's unfold the evidence, shall we? What does an authentic individual look like? How do they behave? And how does their authenticity ripple outwards, affecting their energetic signature and attracting abundance into their lives? Imagine someone who has truly broken free from societal programming, someone who is living in alignment with their true self. Can you see them? Feel their energy. These individuals radiate a unique energetic signature, a vibration that resonates with higher dimensions and attracts positive timelines. Emotionally, they exude genuine joy, inner peace, and effortless abundance. They possess a magnetic charisma that attracts positive connections and opportunities seemingly without effort. It's not about forced positivity. It's about a deep, unwavering sense of contentment that comes from living in alignment with their values and purpose. Have you ever encountered someone who just seems to effortlessly attract good things into their life? That is authenticity at work. Mentally, they possess clarity of purpose, unwavering conviction, and an innovative mindset. They generate breakthrough solutions and creative expressions seemingly out of thin air. They see possibilities where others see limitations. Their minds are not clouded by doubt or fear. Instead, they operate from a place of unwavering belief in their ability to create positive change. They have the conviction in who they are and in what they do. Spiritually, they demonstrate a deep sense of interconnectedness, unwavering faith, and a commitment to serving a higher purpose. They understand that they are part of something larger than themselves. It allows them to tap into a wellspring of intuition and guidance. They are driven by a desire to make a positive impact on the world, to contribute to the greater good. This allows them to feel like part of something big. But let's bring this down to earth, shall we? Let's talk about real people, people who have struggled just like you, people who use the process of authentic power to find success in the world. Take person A, for example. Previously, they struggled with crippling self-doubt and a constant need for external validation. They felt trapped by societal expectations, constantly trying to fit into a mold that simply wasn't them. They were, in short, a victim. But then, they made a conscious decision to reclaim their power. They embarked on a journey of self-discovery, confronting their deepest fears and embracing their unique gifts. They shifted their goal from pleasing others to honoring their own truth. And what happened? Their relationships transformed, their career blossomed, and they radiated a newfound confidence that inspired everyone around them. Person A didn't just overcome their challenges, they became a victor. Think about the Buddha. He was a prince, destined for a life of luxury and privilege, but he felt a deep unease, a sense that something was missing. He listened to that inner voice, that authentic calling, and embarked on a journey of self-discovery. He renounced his worldly possessions, meditated for years, and ultimately achieved enlightenment. And how did he change the world? His message of compassion and mindfulness resonated with millions, inspiring them to seek inner peace and liberation. All of those steps, from unease to enlightenment, began because he listened to himself. Now let's connect this to timeline embodiment and energetic coherence. The more authentic you are, the easier it becomes to shift timelines. If you remain inauthentic, if you continue to wear a mask, you will never reach your desired destination. This is the key that unlocks the door to infinite possibilities. To truly rewrite your world, you must be prepared to rewrite yourself. You must feel as though you are already living on that timeline, as though you are already the person you desire to be, or you will fail. The universe responds to vibrational alignment, to the energetic frequency that you are emitting. You are the beacon to the new timeline. But how does this actually work? What are the psychological and neurological processes at play? Why is society so intent on holding us back from our authentic selves? Our brains are wired to seek safety and security. From a young age, we are conditioned to conform to societal norms, to follow the rules, to avoid standing out. We are taught to suppress our emotions, to prioritize logic over intuition, and to seek external validation. This conditioning creates neural pathways that reinforce limiting beliefs and patterns of behavior. It's why it's so easy to simply follow along. You cannot see the world, but the world is calling. The key to breaking free from this conditioning is to consciously rewire our brains. By consciously challenging our limiting beliefs, embracing our emotions, and cultivating self-awareness, we can create new neural pathways that support our authentic selves. It takes consistent effort, but it is possible to make a new world. Are you ready to seize your moment? But here's the deeper layer. Authenticity is not just a psychological construct, it's an energetic frequency. Each individual possesses a unique energetic pattern, a vibrational signature that resonates with specific timelines and dimensions. The more aligned you are with your authentic self, the higher your energetic frequency becomes, opening you up to higher dimensions of awareness and new possibilities. And show why it is important, it helps open the ability to see the new world and a higher state. Let's be clear, authenticity is not about perfection. It's not about becoming some idealized version of yourself. It's about embracing your imperfections, your quirks, your unique gifts, and expressing them fully and unapologetically. Authentic power doesn't mean you need to be perfect, but you need to be you. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. It's impossible to rewrite my timeline. I'm stuck in my current reality. But that simply isn't true. The time is now. The world is yours. To make your own, you have more power than you know. You are capable of creating a life that is aligned with your deepest desires. And the first step is to embrace your authentic self. So, are you ready to unleash your authentic power? Are you ready to rewrite your timeline? Let's get started with an authenticity activation ritual. First, ask yourself the most important question: who am I truly? Get ready to explore, prepare to dig deep, to challenge your assumptions, and to uncover the hidden layers of your being. Second, identify the societal constructs and limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Cut them out, release them, let them go. They no longer serve you. Third, make a new plan, a plan that is designed by you, for you, based on your authentic desires and values. Don't let others influence. This is a YOU plan. This is just the beginning of your journey. Help shape you and transform your daily living every day, to not become complacent, to always seek something better, something new, to evolve to your true self. And finally, I encourage you to design support circles based on authentic connection. Find others who are committed to living authentically. Share your experiences, support each other, and hold each other accountable. This is your time to shine, to create a strong support system based on all you did and all you are. This is what you need to do. This is why we do this. Let's recap what we've discussed. You've confronted your resilience blind spots. You've embraced your authentic self. You've unleashed your unique power. Show it all. It will be an explosion. So, are you ready for what's to come? Are you ready to step into a new reality, a reality that is aligned with your deepest desires? The shift has occurred. Prepare to be enlightened. This is a brand new world, and to accept it. This is the end goal, and to do it with everyone. Imagine a world of peace, wealth, and everything in between, but you have the tools, you have the knowledge, you have the power to create it. This is why the shadow powers are so worried, but we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. What we'll discover next is even more shocking, is even more powerful than the lies we've been telling ourselves to stay down. What you've learned so far is only the beginning. You have yet to discover the absolute final key, present versus future self-alignment. All that you've learned, all you have been doing, must now take a critical step. Imagine the skills and techniques that you have gained so far were only the foundation of a skyscraper. This final keystone is the skyscraper itself. Without this keystone, the foundation crumbles. It's not just about what you've learned, but about connecting the now to everything you can achieve. Think about what that truly means. This Venus-Saturn alignment goes far beyond authentic self-expression. It requires a conscious bridge building, a collapsing of timelines into the most wanted version of yourself. The new timeline must be connected to your most authentic self. You must become one with your destination. But are you really ready to rewrite your existence forever? It is not just about potential, it is all about the power to get there. This alignment, in particular, is extremely important, so let me tease a process for consciously aligning these states, creating an irresistible pull towards your desired timeline. There are specific steps that can be done to connect it all. Are you ready for it? These new keys have only been given to a select few. You have the ability to change it, to change everything, and the steps must be done one at a time. They will, for real, rewrite the world, but here's the kicker. Those people who reach true present-future self-alignment, the shadow government types tremble. Why? Because you now also have the ability to influence the collective timeline. You are no longer just shifting your individual reality. You're helping to shift the reality for everyone around you. The viewer now has the ability to change their world and fight back against the shadow government. By helping themselves, they also help the world. But what does this harmonic alignment feel like? What sensations, what awareness shifts indicate that this process is in place? It's a signature unlike any other you've experienced before. Complete elves. Neek V's all of the signals you've learned previously. There are different states, different keys, and now the power to combine them all to finally complete the journey. And the key to this one is that there is no doubt. Think about it, person A, who finally rewrote their personal story, who finally connected to what they wanted to become, saw their world change because of it. The world shifted around them to match their internal reality. It is not an external goal, it is not just about the person, it is all about the true self. But how can this be done, you may ask yourself? Consider Jesus. He sacrificed everything, and then he rose again. He didn't just do the one. He took action to complete the final goal. He lived the destination. It is not enough to just sacrifice. You must claim what you sacrificed for. He fully embodied it. He aligned with it. What do you want to do? You must become it. These individuals all embodied the previous concepts we've discussed. The power of the whole system is key. This is how you create a new state that becomes the default. The more you embody it, the more it will become a standard. Your brain must embody, and then it happens. Are you ready for it? But how does it work? Let me explain scientifically the psychological and neurological connection. Each element plays a vital part. It all starts with a thought, an idea, a vision. Then it is all about the embodiment. Let's break down each key element using that unique vibration, like the key turning the switch. You must want this, you must believe you can be this. You are here, you are listening, and it will all shift into the positive. You believe, you embody, all will seek the change. Let's be clear, it's more than just thinking about a future. It's about the power to act it and make that world come alive. It's about feeling it, breathing it, being it. This is what will push you toward your new timeline. It is the way, and it is coming, to know what you want and to make it happen. Let's face it, many have said that all of this is impossible. They have said that you cannot rewrite your destiny, that you are stuck with the hand you were dealt. But I'm here to tell you, in a scientifically verifiable manner, that the world is yours. This is your test, your opportunity to rewrite destiny, to become the new you. It is a test of what will be there, and to shift the world to become it. So, how do you put this into practice? How do you unleash the full potential of present-future self-alignment? Let's introduce the timeline harmonization ritual, all the steps to follow, all the action you need to take. A. Design the new world. What do you want your life to look like? What are your goals, your dreams, your desires? Be specific, be detailed, be bold. What is the one world you would embrace and change? B. Show how you align with it. How do you need to change? How do you need to be to live in that world? What limiting beliefs do you need to release? What new habits do you need to cultivate? It all starts with you. To rewrite what has been said, to take control. See what actions can you take today that align with your future self. What steps, no matter how small, can you take to move closer to your desired timeline? These small steps create massive change. One step in the right direction will rewrite everything that has been said. And what about the power to create daily habits that help to make this a reality? From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, saturate your mind with the reality you wish to experience. Visualize your desired timeline, affirm your worthiness, and act as if you are already living in that reality. It all builds up in the subconscious. What steps can be taken every day from today onward? Write it all down, feel it, become it. Now let's encourage the creation to rewrite what has been said, to embrace a world that is meant for all, and that all can find their success together. It's not about scarcity, it's about abundance. What now? Remind yourself, you've made it, this is all of it. You've crossed the finish line, the new world is just around the corner, now you are ready. A world that is set, you now know what to do and how to move forward. Everything has aligned. There is an excitement and an emotion for something amazing. All has aligned. Let's transition to the ending so that there is light. And a test to change it all. It is coming. Rewrite what has been said. The end is here. Let's shift timelines together in the final stage. Let's turn this ship around. To the viewers who made it, you have claimed it. You are ready to accept it. It is coming soon. This isn't over and the light is there. But we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. What we'll discover next is even more shocking and more powerful than the lies we've been telling ourselves to stay down. As we approach this powerful gateway, the peak of the Venus-Saturn alignment, it is all coming to an end, the time of testing what can be, of rewriting the code of the old world. Now, the question isn't whether you understand what can be done, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge to intentionally craft your destiny? Let us take a moment to appreciate everything. From now on, change will be possible to seek and find as you rewrite the new world to come. Now let's slow the pace. It is the final hour, rewrite all the loss and pain, and become what you are. Throughout this journey, we have revealed the powers that this transit gave you. These tools are important to use and harness, because this is an ongoing process, not a one-time fix. You are the architect of your life, building your destiny brick by brick with every intention, using the blueprints provided by this cosmic architect. Remember, this power can't do everything for you. You must use it to rewrite destiny. But what happens with challenges? A true hero always faces challenges head-on, using all skills and powers to overcome. A challenge is not meant to bring you down, but to lift your potential and rewrite a dark timeline into a bright one. Are you ready to embrace it? Are you ready to claim it? What world will be yours, and what will you then rewrite for it? Remember, your choices affect the world. What you do makes a ripple in the ocean, small or big. Each action impacts the collective. But what does that really mean? Choosing negativity helps to grow the shadow, and stopping it is the most important part. You have the unique ability to be those lights that help stop the dark, to become a beacon to guide others. This is not just about you, but about weaving the fabric of existence to be love, to create something truly special. This power and responsibility gives you the capacity to change it all, and this gift should be used with positivity in mind, in all things. How will you create a chain reaction of positive actions? What will you be aware of to make the world brighter? Thank you for all that you have done, for taking the time, energy, and power to embrace this journey to greatness. You have the power to rewrite reality. It is not about what has been taught, but the tools to break free. Are you ready to embrace them? Let us step back and see the greatness to come and shift timelines together. Be strong, because you are almost there. Success is the goal, and your heart knows the way. There is no need for fear. Embrace love and show how you will rewrite and then ignite that internal fire to make a change. Do not be complacent, but actively change for all. Do not follow the normal, but show what is your strength to shift to be bright. Now, what will you do to make that lasting change? How will your actions affect everything? This is your chance to show what has been changed and learned. What does the world need to make it bright? To rewrite the world that has been, to claim what is new. If you enjoyed this, then it's time to subscribe so that this wonderful journey can continue, so that you can watch what has been discussed change your life. Accept it, embrace the journey, take care, and show it to the world.